Oh my goodness. What a
Oh, I don't have
friggin'
the reverse. I don't have the reverse hand. That's amazing.
Oh my
what
god,
a
one
what a
Yes,
bunch of
yes,
kid.
it's even better with you, Flump. Oh my god, that's
Oh,
perfect.
good
One
lord.
kid.
I'm like panicking.
oh my goodness.
Oh my word.
Vinyl, you are beautiful.
It like completely recontextualizes that one.
It's so good.
Okay, what about
oh
this?
wow.
Do it with the vinyl uwu in the middle.
Oh my god.
Of the two.
Oh, I don't have the reverse. What am I
I know,
doing?
that's what I
Okay,
was
never
thinking.
mind. Crap. Just kidding. Everyone ignore that comment. Quick,
I just want to
mod,
see what
delete
it
it.
looks like with the vinyl uwu in the middle.
Frick's sake. What have I done?
Jolly
Nice
looks like a
try.
surfer boy. Yeah. Yeah,
Shiraz, no.
it's the new hair. It's the new hair. Screenshot saved forever.
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
Shiraz.
Yeah, you guys.
It is
It's
great.
my freaking hair is it's
Woof,
something else.
I'm not
Listen, I
I'm
love
not
it.
adjusting
I
that
just want
camera
you to
again.
be
You
in
better
like a
fix it on
90s
your
rap
end.
I will
video.
do it. Sorry, there's cats
I'm
crawling all
assuming
over
this
me.
is in progress. I'm assuming there's more color to come to the hair after this.
Yes.
Yes, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he chose blonde, but I mean,
Right. The reveal is next Tuesday's D&D stream.
Next Tuesday's D&D,
Oh.
which is going to be on
For the
Flutters,
new-
yeah?
He's been a
Yeah,
Targaryen.
I'm hosting. There's new Flutter hair and new Collie hair coming next D&D stream.
One
Yeah.
of Wolf's cats
Woo!
already escaped his room while we were setting up the
She's
thing.
back now.
oh,
okay.
okay, that's
She
good.
just wanted to have a jaunt through the living room, I guess.
Did.
Yeah, Kitty knows it's stream time. Time
Right.
to crawl all over.
Here
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
the Flutter Hubs was commenting how they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I was
Oh, yeah.
talking about how the
Yeah.
cats walk across, and it's like, oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're
Crazy,
living
man.
it up, a little exhibitionist.
Oh my gosh, you're right, Shiraz.
Sweet or what?
Oh my god, that's beautiful. I love it.
Yikes. I
Alright.
don't want to be a Lannister.
There we are, Whoop. There we are. That's better.
Oh my gosh.
Forgot
I was
about
worried
it.
about that
Lannister.
snaz. The good
Alright.
Lannister.
It's
The
fine.
good
Just keep
Lannister.
That
talking.
could be the title of one of the books.
Is there a
The good Lannister.
I mean,
And then you go through the whole book trying to figure out which one it is, because none of them are really that great.
None of them are good.
Tyrion's the good Lannister.
Tyrion is the good Lannister, if there is a
Was-
good one to be had.
was
But
he a
he's still
Lannister?
not that great.
Yeah.
Was he a Lannister
Yeah.
though? Was
That's
there
the
a
question. He
speculation
possibly
that he
was
might not
not.
have been.
Right, yeah, there was
Oh.
Yeah, there's
See,
the
I know the
there is
fucking
the
Game of Thrones
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
There's the question. There's the question.
it is the question.
Except I didn't. spend
Jamie
10
is
years
great,
of my
Roz.
life on
I'm
that
with
show.
you. I loved
I
Jamie.
waited until the last season came out, and then I
Hey,
fucking
Billy.
binge
I
watched
was rooting for
everything.
Jamie hard right up until he turned around and went back.
And
I
didn't
got
watch the last
oh.
season.
Leader
Literally only
can't
did,
even
like,
get through naming the
year.
title.
That's
Yeah, I
insane.
was so annoyed at what they did with Jamie.
I know.
Like-
I was pissed about that too.
That's why I'm glad that I just waited until right before the last season to even touch the show, because I did not
Oh
waste
my
10 years of my life.
God, like
Yeah.
that show is the most disappointing thing ever.
Right?
I can't,
Lost was
right?
bad.
I
Holy.
can't, and I can't rewatch the first few seasons without getting depressed because I
Yeah.
just know that it just goes way
Because
off
you know
the
how
rails.
bad it gets. Right.
Yeah.
I know, it's so dumb.
I
It's
Yeah.
so and the thing is everybody works so hard.
Right.
Mhm.
Like
Right,
the second to last episode where like
Brienne is
the whole thing with the dragon flying over King's Landing and everything, not to give away too many spoilers, but like holy, that was so well done.
It was really well done.
And yet the story had gone way off the rails.
Yes.
Can
They
Yeah.
had destroyed it at that point.
Can I just talk about how they spent 4 years trying to get one character to a specific place and it didn't even matter? Nothing
Yeah.
came
That's
Yeah.
true.
of that
Yep.
journey.
Yeah, that's true.
They
Yep.
got the character, like, they were like, we have to get this person to there because it's gonna save us from everything.
Right.
Yeah.
That character did nothing.
Did
That
nothing.
character
no.
did
Here we go.
nothing.
Here we
Did
go
worse
with
than
the
nothing.
here we go with the bits. Here we go with the
This
bits.
one works. Oh, Snaz.
Thank you
Cheers,
so
Snaz.
much.
Okay.
Oh god.
So
I
okay,
love how
friends.
Flutter both loves and hates when people do the wild magic thing.
I do, because I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
actually die
Love
if
it.
you guys die. Like, I almost did burst into tears when I hit you guys with that fireball last time. Like, I thought I was gonna lose my shit because I
Okay.
thought I killed you all.
So here's
We did get
here's
pretty lucky.
here's one thing. I'm gonna put myself in a position to potentially out myself for having not properly organized something last time. But there were 3 wild magic surges purchased last time. Did we redeem all 3 of them?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
we did. You did the invisibility.
Yeah.
There was the invisibility.
yeah.
Right.
I think that was the only one we did.
No, there. I think we
No,
did
I turned
2.
into a gnome at some point. Was
Yeah.
that the
That
same
was
as the
from-
invisibility?
You turned into a gnome because of
Actually,
the
we
end
can
of
check.
the charity stream because we forgot to roll your race change.
No,
the
because
day
I
of
was
the
a
charity
tiefling.
stream.
I rolled tiefling at the beginning, last
Yep.
time, and then I rolled
Yep.
gnome
Yep.
Oh.
later
There.
on in a
Okay.
different roll.
Okay.
So there
No, you're right.
was.
Shiraz.
So there was a 69, a 100, and a 10 rolled. Is that 3 separate rolls, or does the 100 a reroll? What's 100?
The 10 was a perception roll.
No, it was a D100.
Wait, where?
I'm scrolling
I
up.
guess I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up in the Roll20 chat.
Okay, I rolled a D12. That's obviously the beginning of last session because that was when I forgot the race change from the previous
Oh,
session.
right. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
the
yeah.
So
record.
that means that I did only roll it.
Oh yeah, and he did, and Wolf did comprehend languages. That was right at the beginning too.
Mhm.
I don't see a 10 though.
100 is you regain all expended sorcery points. I remember that happened and it meant nothing. What
Yeah.
were
Right.
the other ones? What were the
And
other
the other
ones
one's
that were rolled?
69. Yeah, so we did 2.
There wasn't another
Nice.
one. So we'd only did 2 of them. Yeah.
So we do have one more.
69 was the invisibility one, which did happen at the order.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and we all said nice when you rolled 69. Of course.
Yeah.
Right. Of course. Yeah, what else
Of
do you
course.
say? I mean, that's
Oh my
just
goodness.
Shiraz,
standard.
what are you blaming Vinyl for? It's
Oh my goodness, it's not Vinyl's
Right?
fault, it's
Don't
my
know.
fault.
Of all the people
It's
that
my
you should
fault.
blame for that, she is the last.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about
Oh
that.
my goodness,
That
Jay
woman
Chili.
is like Superwoman.
Jay Chili, oh my goodness, thank you for the bits. But Jay Chili, you don't get anything for those bits, man. Okay, well we'll lump them
should.
together.
No,
We'll
he
lump them
gets
together.
a
should
little cheap
definitely
thrill out
get
of it.
some.
That's what he gets.
You know what you can. Oh, to go with Jay Chili, so he can choose.
Hey,
Here's
there
the
you
thing.
go.
Here's the thing, Snoss. So Jay Chili, here are your options. And you can hold on to this.
That's
You
right.
can hold
right,
on
right.
to this for a minute. But Snoz, that's very generous of you to bring Jay Chili's redeem up to the 300 point. For 300 bits, Jay Chili, you can either give the players a mundane item, or you can give Vinyl some lyrics in chat, and Stefan will sing those lyrics to a party member and give them bardic inspiration.
Which is sweet.
That is a special redeem for
How
while
long is Stefan sticking around?
Not long.
I love Stefan.
Not long. Yeah, not much longer.
Aw.
He's only a little.
No,
he's only a little
he's my
guest
favorite.
NPC. I really like Stefan too. I love how
He's great.
God, I love this wine.
I love how Shiraz sassed Vinyl, and everybody's like, "Back off, Shiraz."
Right? No. Vinyl is the one person you
Get
should
your
not
head
mess
turned
with this
off.
in this community. I think that the whole
Yeah.
community would rise up and
Oh,
I don't think there's a person who works harder in other people's chats than
Right,
Vinyl.
right?
She's
No.
everywhere
Vinyl is
all the
untouchable
time.
because she
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
a goddess of this
And
community.
there are times where I'm like actually in chat trying to mod, and she still beats me when she's just lurking doing the mod stuff. So like honestly,
well, I
No,
gotta
Vinyl,
say,
you're
like
amazing.
in my
Shiraz,
workplace,
you don't stream.
in my-
Right?
Damn.
that's no reason not to follow Shiraz.
That's right.
So everybody
Right, I
go
forgot.
follow Shiraz. Here we go.
I already am following Shiraz. I was the other night when I was
know.
going to raid, and everybody suggested I raid him.
We all
That
had the
was-
same idea. I almost typed it. They've been crushing. Hell yeah, they have.
They've been crushing nothing.
Jay Chili, Lyrics, Chunkachu, Big Ol' Stew. That's all you need.
Yeah, your Chunkachu lyrics. Give your Chunkachu lyrics to Vinyl, and she'll send them to me on Discord, and then at an
I
appropriate time
definitely
in
want to
game.
hear Ghost try to do the Chunkachu lyrics.
Oh, browse? We do. We have browse now. Yeah, we should have browse. Oh no, I don't have it because I haven't reloaded my chat. There we go. Yeah.
I don't understand. You guys, when I was searching browse like looking for something, not browse like browse.
No, browse like
That is so funny. I can't stop laughing.
So good, right? Browse.
Oh my Christ, what is that? That's
It's
awful.
browse, apparently.
It's browse. Or are you
Here's
looking at
Bongo-
something
Bongo
else?
Chat.
Kick browse.
Do I have to pick one specifically, or do you guys care which one I pick? for
But the one
BTTV?
do you see Ghost Chat? That's a good one.
The one in
Can't go wrong
Ghost
with
Chat.
that one.
Which one?
Browse, Bongo Chat. You definitely have to have Peepo Riot.
See,
Bongo
I
Tap's a good
don't
one.
have
Peepo Riot's a good one. Keck
Peepo
W is a
Browse?
good one.
What?
Keck Wait.
It's not Peepo Browse, it's just
Although
browse.
Keck W and Keck Wait, you can
BROWS,
take.
browse.
I can't see it in the chat though because I don't have it apparently.
Oh my goodness.
You need to download the browser extension.
None of this is related to D&D, and we
That's
do
true.
have
I know.
to do a
Yeah,
quick
let's get
confirmation.
moving.
About to
This is true,
launch
this is
into
true.
a
Sorry,
tirade
guys.
about Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
but thankfully
Yes.
that was averted.
Yeah.
Let's crack on here. So
We'll
One
save
of
it
these
for
days
the
we ought
Game
to
of
do a just
Thrones
chatting
stream.
where we can all just like
Yeah. We'll just chill with chat.
goodness, so I hope everybody is doing browses too much energy. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Out there in Twitch land. Man, these last couple of sessions have been so fun. And
Yes.
I think
For
think
you.
have generated some talk either within our D&D group chat or like I've talked to a couple like individual people just about different things we can do, and I think so it's really nice that the success of the Saturday stream has certainly gotten me thinking about different things that we can do that might be a lot of fun, right?
yeah.
So we have
Yes.
what community goal, like not community goal, charity threshold goals do we have? We have Holly and Flutter next Tuesday on Flutter's channel. Why is that working?
Uh-oh.
Why is that working? Why is that working right now? Donation alert. She has a chat box overlay webcam. That should not be working.
Sloth found a loophole.
Sloth found a loophole. But do not.
One day I was walking and I found
Oh my God,
this
here
big
we go.
log.
There
Oh,
we go.
no.
Oh my
You wrote
God.
the
Underneath
Oh
was
my
a
God. This is a
tiny little
disaster.
stick.
And what do I
That
have on?
That log had a child.
What do I have on?
Good
Donation
job.
alert, donation progress bar, donation, dono QR to donation ticker, dono QR, overlay guest chat box, overlay webcam, flutter cam, collie cam, leader cam, another cam. That shouldn't be working.
You're muted. You're muted, Megan.
Guys, can I just say that I had the show yesterday.
Where's
You guys are the best, and I love you.
You're the best, Megan.
You're the
Aw,
best.
I am definitely not the best. but
Okay,
thank
I
you.
don't have sound alerts on that
Log out of
scene.
that.
So sound alerts should not be playing on that scene. Right?
And I'm glad that
don't
we
know, I don't
brightened your
think
day.
Works.
That's my understanding, Ghost.
That is
That's
how it's supposed to work.
This stream
Thank you,
doesn't seem very
Ross.
professional. I'm really disappointed in you.
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I feel like if anything gets more professional than this, we all have to work way more harder than we are. Way more harder than we are. already.
I am frustrated. It shouldn't be working. I don't
Way more harder.
see. I can't
That's
DM.
right, that's
I
right.
can't
That's
DM
It's
with
like the middle
people
coast.
playing "We're Rich"
It's
in my
way more
ear.
harder.
Way more
Eat
harder.
Bingo, get out of here. Oh my god.
Who's
Mm.
eBingo?
Oh, just a bot.
Just a bot? Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Don't put
Wanna
too
be
much
famous?
weight on it, right?
Famous!
Fuck am I meant to put my weight? Hey, I can't put my weight there.
No,
I can't
stop.
What am I meant to do that? Oh, you
Okay.
have to hold it for 5 minutes. You fucking work,
You're
Steve.
totally
Don't
destroying
shift
us.
your weight.
Don't stop.
What the fuck are you talking
Stop
about? I
this.
can't put my weight on the fucking roof. I can't put my weight in the car. Where's it meant to go?
That's right, baby. You slap it down.
Got it.
Bring that hammer.
Oh
Wait,
Down.
God.
Herb, stop that. bitch.
Disable sound alerts.
there we go.
There we go.
Rip the dream chat.
Right,
Rip the
chat.
dream.
Streamer 1 chat 0.
I don't know if you can count that as a win for the streamer, but
That's gotta be at least a 1-to-1. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
that's at least like a 5-to-1 for chat. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god.
we should do that at the beginning of every D&D stream.
I don't have the
God.
sound
It's
alerts
gotta be
browser
interesting.
source on this scene, so I don't understand how it's working. I had it on this scene and then I removed it.
That's why.
Whatever.
Hi guys,
Okay.
we
Yes,
sometimes
fun
play
like
D&D.
Yeah, we sometimes
We'll
play
consider
D&D.
Occasionally.
OBS
really
works in
does.
mysterious ways, yes, and I have OBS Studio, which works in mysteriouser ways.
Wait, OBS Studio?
Isn't that what
That's
it's
a new
called?
one.
OBS
It's
Studio?
just OBS, I think.
It was OBS.
Oh, I guess
something.
maybe it is OBS Studio.
Yeah.
But it's
don't
only
think
called
anyone's-
OBS.
So
Isn't the S
Anyway.
in
how does
OBS
the D&D
Studio?
game work, Ghost?
How does
Lol?
the D&D game
Oh, no,
work?
sorry.
Well, if I switch to this scene that also doesn't have I'm checking for sound alerts for sound
No, we're-
alerts sneaking in somewhere.
Okay,
Oh,
check,
no.
we'll check for you. You can just continue.
That's right. So the way this works, chat, is we play D&D, and while we're playing D&D, we can't be hanging out and chatting with you. At least we shouldn't be. But some of
because
us
this
cheats.
happens.
Some of us cheat
Yeah.
sometimes.
I'm
And
sorry.
I count myself among those cheaters. But we promised ourselves, and we always break this promise to ourselves, that we're not going to pay attention to chat while we're playing D&D, so that we can focus on what we're doing. But so that you can continue to interact with us and still have a little bit of engagement with the way the game is going, you can donate bits to influence our campaign. You can harness the winds of chaos. I just said the name of the campaign. To blow
He's a
either
professional.
to
Don't. We should do sound effects for
What
him
are
in
we
the background while he talks.
no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Like we
You shouldn't.
already interrupt him constantly.
So you can harness the winds of chaos to either help or hinder our adventures during the stream. If you pay 300 bits, you can give one character in our party a useful mundane item. Mundane meaning non-magical, doesn't have any sort of super special properties or anything like that. No winds of chaos to kill a character, though. Oh my goodness. What do you think?
Yo,
How much
you
would
have tried and almost succeeded a couple of times, you guys. So don't complain about that.
For 400
Yeah.
for 400 bits, you can give a minor mutation to a character. Can we also give a player a useless item if you want to? If you really want to.
Not to a character. No minor mutations to characters, right?
No, 300. Yeah, no, not to characters.
Thank you.
So yeah, minor mutations. You can give a monster a minor buff. For 500 bits, you can give a monster a major buff. So an enemy that we're fighting will sort of physically transform and become a more powerful and dangerous version of itself. For 600 bits, you can compel a player character's flaw. And so if you go on my Discord, if you go on Cauliflum's Discord, if you go on Flutterdie's Discord, there is a text channel there, either named Dungeons and Dragons or Winds of Chaos. And if you look at the pinned messages, there's a Google Doc on there that lists each of our player character flaws. And when you spend 600 bits, you can tell Vinyl Stencil in the chat, this is the character whose flaw I want to compel. This is the flaw I want to compel off of that document. And then I will jump into play and inform that character of what compulsion has overcome them.
Also, I don't know if mine are in the Google
They're-
Doc, but it is because
In the chat.
Ifima does also have flaws for the time period that I'm here, and those are in the chat. So you can also
Absolutely.
compel on me.
Which,
So
by
for
the way, thank you, Shiraz.
my
That was
goodness,
amazing.
Ifima also has a bell.
Ifima does have a bell. I don't have it with me, but I could go get it.
Go get it. You might need it. You never know.
Go get it.
For 700 bits, you can grant inspiration to one player character. Inspiration is an extra roll of a d20 that they can roll to sort of re-roll in a situation where they have something really cool but unlikely to work that they want to do, or if there's a really clutch moment that they really need that they really need to succeed on, that they can spend it on that. So basically 700 bits, you can give them a reroll. And the community's favorite, 800 bits, make Flutter roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. The Wild Magic Surge table is a D100 table of 50 different possible outcomes, 50 different things that can happen when Kiona is overcome by a surge of wild magic. Some of them are helpful, some of them are harmful, some of them are meant to be helpful but end up being harmful.
Majorly harmed the party at least 3 times.
At least 3 times, Kiona has almost murdered the party.
Yes. It's going to happen one of these days, guys. It's statistically just its thing.
And some of them are just funny. Like
And some of them are great.
Kiona turns blue or grows a beard made of feathers that lasts until she sneezes.
Right.
I'm waiting for the Tarrasque. It's going to be awesome. Oh, no.
Eventually,
I'm
right?
not.
Statistically, you have to roll it eventually. That's...
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in an
Flumps,
infinite
you
number
muted.
of monkeys and an infinite number of
right.
typewriters.
I was just saying, like, it's a minor miracle that the party's
hasn't
still
happened
alive.
yet.
Like, that
I
it hasn't
know.
happened, and that we're all like alive. Like, it's just insane to
I
me.
know.
There's
No,
been
I'm with
some
you.
really amazing stuff with the wild magic. Like when you rolled the wild magic surge, where you rolled like 10 in a row in the middle of the fight, and then Kiona just became this ridiculous tanky character and
It was
just
fantastic.
shredded all the wolves. Statistically, it's a 1 in 50 chance. Yes, it is. But yeah, you can make Kiona roll on that wild magic surge table. For the time being, we not only have our guest player Megan playing Ifima, but the party also has an NPC, a young apprentice bard named Stefan. With them.
Stefan!
And if you redeem 300 bits and give Vinyl Stencil some lyrics in the chat, Stefan, for the duration that he is part of the party, which is not going to be much longer, he will sing those lyrics to one member of the party and give them bardic inspiration, which is an extra d6 that they can roll and add the result to some sort of an attack or saving throw or skill check. Finally, subscribers to this channel, Twitch TV/GhostPepper, can create a custom NPC or magic item of appropriate level to appear in the campaign. And you can DM me for more info outside of the stream. man, finally we've got a couple things going on with this these charity initiatives. We have a couple of thresholds that we met. We're going to do a reveal of Shiraz's, was it Shiraz? Or was it Zerp who chose the hair color? I think it was Zerp, wasn't it?
It was Zerps.
It was Zerp.
It was
Okay.
Zerps.
So Zerp is so Zerp is gonna be so Zerp has chosen colors for Flutter Dye and for Cauliflumps to dye their hair. Those hair colors are gonna be revealed next Tuesday. Is that the plan?
Yes.
And that's gonna be on Flutter's
Yes.
channel. We also have, for
Super
reaching
excited.
$2,000 in our charitable donations towards the Fox Project. How much points to have Foodle get a fly to land on his eye and shoot a
Don't
teammate
read
by
that
accident?
message.
Oh no! Oh no!
Heck, damn it.
Oh no!
I replied and said, I think you have to sub and make the fly as your character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Good lord.
So because we reached that $2,000 goal, what are we doing? A community one shot, right? Like where the community makes up the story. Is that right?
Right. That's
Yeah,
right.
we need to figure out what we're doing
Which-
for that. We have no idea what we're doing.
We
for
should
that.
do
Yeah.
a stream like separate from this where we kind of talk to the
Generate
community and
ideas.
we generate the
Mm.
ideas for that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it could be
Yeah.
anything, right? Like it could be
Yeah.
set
Yeah.
in space. It could be set in the dinosaur, prehistoric.
Right.
You know,
So
like
we
it could be.
We
anytime.
did say that if the
Place.
community
Oh my
wants
God,
goes to be the
streamers.
player, then either myself or depending on if he wants
Timing.
to, our friend
There
Scragglefoot could do the GM.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you guys get to create the characters and the setting. So
Yes.
and the story, whatever's happening in the world.
Yeah.
So
And then
That's right. So
because
chat
we
gets
hit
to choose who I get to
Yeah.
roleplay as.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not all.
Ghost
Get to
must
pick
play.
the
I'm
characters for us,
happy.
guys. That's
I'm
a
happy
pretty
to
big
play.
idea,
Yeah, if
actually.
we want to grab one of these players or somebody from the community to be the game master, I would absolutely
that would
love
be
to
great.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
chat is gonna decide. The
I know we
GM
have
them out
the
there.
GM just has to be willing. I think that's the one
that's
caveat.
just about
is
it. Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
going to
Yes.
try and force somebody to GM who's
Yeah.
not like,
No.
if you guys are like,
Yeah.
I want Flutter to GM, that's probably not going to happen because she
I don't-
probably
yeah.
won't want to do that.
And I just wouldn't be able to because I haven't
Yeah,
played
I
enough
think
D&D.
Sarah's thing
Yeah.
is on this magic search table. That
Vinyl.
Vinyl
Ooh,
GM.
Vinyl. Would you
Oh
be
my goodness.
interested? I'm sure Ghost would help you.
I'm
and
gonna
then
guess
the
that Vinyl
20
might say no.
what-
but-
what
I'm
the
sure
heck?
she will.
What the heck
Yeah.
was this $2,500 goal? We have to do like a
we have
Okay,
to do
a
a playing game.
compromised
play.
play, like a
Yeah.
compromised
Read a
play
play.
reading.
Take shots and read a play.
Whether it's
We'll
drunk
Put
or
out-
high or whatever it is. I don't
right,
know.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, whatever state of inebriation you can be in.
Yeah.
And we will put out, I think we're gonna have to brainstorm a list of plays that are eligible for that, and then we'll put it out as a thing that the community can vote on and decide which play we're gonna read. I think
I
that's
kind of really hope that we end up doing the importance of being earnest.
I know
but
Ernest is such a good
understand
play.
if
It's so
people
much
don't pick
fun.
it on. It's
I
that
know.
play is so crazy even without the
It's
drunkenness.
Fantastic. Yeah. There's so much innuendo and ridiculousness in that play. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I just assumed it was on there too because people in chat were talking about it.
Yeah.
Is
Anyway,
this?
but yeah,
is this,
no, that-
is
that
this
would be a
just
great
one of
play.
those things where everybody like we have,
Right.
like, a
I was gonna say, I think I
collective-
thought I saw it, but maybe
Is this
I
the
just
Mandela
hallucinated it.
effect?
I'm
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
was
say,
the
I'm
Terrask
just-
on there, and then we all woke up in an alternative universe where it's not?
It was there, right?
The only
But
difference is the Terrask
how
isn't
is
on the
that
Wild
not
Magic
there?
search
I
table.
thought
in
for
D&D
sure it
5th
was
edition.
there.
I'm confused why Leader is doing all his talking in the chat and hasn't said
Yeah,
a word
talk out
on
loud,
the
Leader.
Discord.
I think he said he's not feeling the best, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shiraz
is
is a
not on the
GM.
docket much
No
tonight.
one's gonna survive that. Just so you know.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit, I didn't think
Shiraz is
about that.
GM, though. Yikes.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yikes.
No
TPK,
one
and we'd be
survived.
lucky if he doesn't do it in the first 5 minutes, you guys.
He would just kill
Shiraz
us
just said
in like
okay.
the worst
Just
possible way.
right out the gate, like nuclear bomb.
Yeah,
Bomb, you're
yeah.
done. Let's
Oh
check.
my god. That clip where Shiraz like threw the bomb at Kali and Vermintide and killed him. Oh man.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The crap.
Shiraz, I have bad news for you. I sass literally everybody, so there's no way you're
Guys.
getting a sass-free night.
Yeah,
from
that's bad.
Yeah.
me.
DM.
What-
I have a request.
What's your request?
Let's play the game.
Yeah, let's do it.
start.
Hey,
So
there we go.
our warm-up question for
no.
the night is that's too easy. That's too easy.
That's okay.
That's too
That's
easy
fine.
too.
Easy
You
questions
got
are okay.
describe
Easy questions are good, we gotta get
describe your
going.
character's most recent nightmare. Most of you have given you nightmares.
That's true.
How about what is something that your character regrets? What is something that your character regrets?
I feel like we answered this already.
Did we?
Maybe not.
No, we haven't done this one yet.
It was something about
Okay.
their childhood that they were ashamed of, or something like that. I
Oh,
think
that's
it was
what I
sort of
was-
different,
That's
right?
the one I answered. That's what I was thinking of.
Or was it something that nobody in the party? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Shiraz,
Hmm.
it's Woof. Of course you would want to play the game. Yeah, Woof has to sleep at some point, so.
Yeah, it's much later for Woof and Leader. Um.
And Flutter,
And Flutter.
who's actually.
Oh gosh,
I don't
sorry,
mind.
Flutter.
I don't mind.
I don't know why, Flutter. I
No, that's
keep
fine.
forgetting that you
Flutter
moved.
doesn't sleep.
Because
Flutter doesn't
when I
sleep,
met
so
you,
why?
you were like in the same time zone, and in my
Right, no, I
head,
know,
you're
it's
anyway. Sorry,
fine.
sorry,
He
Flutter.
ain't going
Flutter as
down
well.
till the sun comes
She's
up,
right.
guys.
She's right. Ain't going down till the sun comes up is
Ain't
Flutter's
giving it
motto.
until you're giving it up. So don't worry
Okay.
about Flutter. You don't gotta sleep.
Well, starting with Foodle.
Let's bring this back to what do we regret?
Foodle,
Uh,
has a couple regrets.
yeah.
Should I just do the ones that I'm thinking of, or maybe save some for future? I don't know.
That's up to
Save
you.
some for the
Whatever.
future.
Like,
Pick
there's
one
some
good
things that
one.
you might want to come out and play that you might not want to jump onto.
Right. Well, one of Foodle's and this one may come up as a bit, but like one of Foodle's biggest regrets is not getting to say like a real proper goodbye to his family, like his dad, his aunt and uncle, his best friend, these people that he loved that were kind of wiped out in the attack or just missing. So anyway, that's a huge thing that weighs on Foodle
Yeah.
that he basically tries to ignore.
Excellent.
Hey Zerp,
Hey Zerps.
we love you.
Hey Zerps. Hair reveal next Tuesday stream. Just
Next
FYI.
Tuesday.
You're the one who
Yes.
picked it. Next
On
Tuesday
Flutter's
on my channel.
Okay. Who's next for regrets?
Honestly, I think for Mazra it's very similar that she didn't really get a chance to say goodbye to her dad before he got like vaporized.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I think Flutter will have a very similar thing too, because Birdie may have been on the way to proposing to her just as the accident happened that day. He would have been maybe, but so she regrets not having moved on a relationship with Birdie faster.
Right. Ephema or Goldrill?
I think that Ephema was not with her family when the goblins came in, because obviously people didn't know that was going to happen that day. So I think her biggest regret is not being there, because despite probably a lot of evidence to the contrary, I think she believes that if she had been there, she could have changed the outcome. And because she wasn't, things turned out the way that they turned out. So I think she regrets that, like, the decision that led her to not be with her family at the time.
And Goldrill put his in the chat. If you want to put it up for chat for the in the game chat on Roll20.
Some days you wake up and just know it's going to be an ass day, and Goldroll regrets waking up on those days. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh wait,
Oh,
just go
Goldrill.
back to bed. Poor Goldrill.
Yeah,
Back to bed.
right.
Yep. Some of those days just go back to
Mm.
bed.
Goldrill regrets being too determined to face life on the
Yeah.
days that life sucked. That's
All right. So, chat, we love you. We're going to miss you. I'm putting you away, and we're going to jump straight into the game.
Let's
So,
celebrate
when last we left off our heroes, they had returned from the Sadewald Forest with Ephema in tow, and armed with some disturbing knowledge of the truth of the orcish activity in the forest. It appears that there is some sort of cult of Grumsh worshipping, chaosy worshipping orcs, calling themselves the Bloodfoot Reavers, who have infested this forest. They set up some sort of profane altar that bears some resemblance to the obelisks that you found beneath the Bub Flats Willow Fields Ranch.
Thank you for remembering
did
the
it.
name.
I
That
did
means
it.
so much to me. Wolf is the only person that knows why it's named that, by the way. Well, I mean,
Well,
Ghost
you
does
told
know,
me.
but-
But but you made your way back with Ephema in tow to make a deal between Ephema and Ogrim Farseeker for cutting down a few timbers from the forest to assist with the fortifications of Fort Ostrand. With Fort Ostrand suitably fortified, you're confident, and Ogrim is confident, that the fort can withstand an attack by the Bloodfoot Reavers, hopefully break their invading force, and thus opening up the passage over the storm spires and through to the other side, to the lands beyond, where your refugee caravan needs to go. When we left off, you just had a feast to celebrate and blow off some steam ahead of the coming battle the next day. And within that time, Stefan took his final trial to become a fully fledged warbard, which included preparing and performing a ballad commemorating a great and heroic deed. Our party all brought their instruments and their musical talents to support Stefan in
I
performing
had a
this
band.
song.
Yes!
And they performed this song with lyrics prepared by our very own Sloth Siren in chat. So thank you so much, Sloth, for providing those for us.
Indeed.
And yeah, after the feast, you stumble in whatever state of tiredness or drunkenness. You stumble back to your bedchambers, fall into a deep sleep on top of your pile of hay or whatever, and awaken the next morning ready. Oh my god, leader. Ready for
I just wanted to add
I
that
can't wait.
just
Ready
wanted to add
for the next day's work on fortifying the fort and preparing for the Reaver attack. Ephema, go ahead.
I just wanted to add that before we wrapped everything up last time, we sent Ikari with a scroll case message written by Foodle telling the caravan the safe path through the woods to the fort as well.
Right.
That's right.
I have a question about
Yeah.
the end of the last. When did I turn into a gnome? Does anybody remember when that happened?
Before you went back
Before
to
we
the
got
fort.
back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
just
you were a
making sure.
gnome. The all the orcs were like, wait, weren't
That's
you a
right.
big, strong, like
Sure.
Titan or whatever? I can't. What Goliath?
I
That's
can't
Goliath,
remember if we did it before or after that was the fact. It was the 100 roll, Shiraz. Shiraz knows these things. I
Yep.
don't. That's
Well, I mean,
crazy.
it was the 100 roll, but at what point did the 100 roll happen? Because that
yeah.
just
When did that happen in the game?
helped
Yeah.
her renew her sorcery points, and nothing really happened in the game when that happened, so we just don't remember specifically.
Yeah,
what
that's why that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
wasn't
not sure.
wasn't
point
was
in
it
time.
when Ephema
it
and
was
Kiona
when
were
they
talking?
Yeah,
That's
it was on
right.
the way to the fort. Yeah.
And you were
Okay.
like, "Oh, maybe you can control it," and she's like, "Boop."
Okay,
No.
sorry. I just wanted to cement the idea
Yeah.
of what happened last time in my head.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right.
Is
Yep.
Ikari back from delivering the message by morning, or is
Yes.
he still okay?
Yes. And Ikari returns with a message that which was written by Mayor Roundtree, and bears her seal as the mayor. That simply, more or less, in summary, says that they received the message.
Okay, Foodle is going to wake up, and I don't know what our sleeping accommodations are. Like, I want to go knock on the door of like Kiona or Mazra.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. I'll try Mazra first. So I'm gonna knock on Mazra's door.
Yep, she will. She'll probably be up, so she'll answer when he knocks.
Good morning, Mazra. I was wondering, I know a lot of things have happened in the last couple of days, but now that we're back here at the fort, I was thinking, did we end up getting any loot? Like any money or anything? Because we could probably use more healing for the party.
And Mazra is usually pretty. I mean, I think she's well known for her money.
This is why Foodle went.
She's a hardcore couponer.
Yes.
So she kind of, but she'll actually shake her head and be like, I didn't find anything. When I looked through the main tent, but it looked like it had already been gone through. So
Okay.
I would check with the others, see if Goldrill or Kiona found anything.
Okay. All right. All right. So Foodle's gonna go try Kiona's door and knock on there.
How early is this?
I don't know. Foodle's an early to rise type of person.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Kiona would
early.
be semi-early because she would have gotten up to tend the horses, so she won't be too totally. But still, all right. Hello, Poodle, come in. What am I doing?
Kiona, good morning.
Good morning.
I was just thinking, a lot has happened these past few days, and I think in the mix of it, I forgot to ask you, did we find any money or anything? I feel like we could probably use some healing or
Oh.
something now that we're back at the fort.
I mean, I think. Okay, out of character, we should be healed at this point, right? Like we.
Oh yeah.
we have
Yeah,
taken
no, I
some
just
rest
mean like
and
for
things.
future adventures. Like if
Okay.
there's an attack coming,
Healing
right? Like,
potions or something.
I don't know if
Okay.
there's any for sale.
I
but-
just I do have notes for this. Hold on a minute. I
Oh,
feel
okay,
like
that's good.
there was. Oh yeah. There's some gold in there. We should split it between us. Thank you for reminding me. I totally would have, I would have given it to you guys when I found it. And she'll go into her backpack and pull out and this looks really suspect, but you know she didn't mean anything by it. So there's 200 gold pieces. And so she will give that to Foodle and be like, hey, you can split this up and don't worry about me. You just split it up between all of y'all and I'll be all right. Because she feels bad and she knows it looks bad that she had it that whole time and did not tell them about it or anything like that.
Wait, no, Kiana, it's okay. I don't even know how we'd split this 3 ways. Unless Ifema needs some too. I'm not sure, but I
3 ways. Death glare.
Right?
know.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Poodle's thinking like, wait.
well, and when he says that, she's like, well, why don't you just give FEMA my portion, and then you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's no problem. I mean, there was nowhere to spend the money anyway. This is, this is when we needed it. Okay. And so Foodle's gonna turn to leave and then turn back and say, Kiona, are you okay?
Well, I guess I'm okay as I'll ever be at this point. I mean, I feel like this is just going to keep happening. So I need to figure out how to be more prepared for it when it does. But, like, it is what it is,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we should see if there's a tailor, maybe.
A tailor.
Yeah, for clothes. For
Well, yeah, I was
preparing.
thinking I'd just buy lots of different kinds of clothes and keep them in the wagon, and then we'd have them if we needed it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Are you sure you don't need your share?
I'll figure it out. It's fine. I'm good. Just give Ifema my share of it, and then y'all can do your thing. I have enough things to survive from here until the end of time. I promise.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you around, Kiona. And
Easy.
Foodle's gonna turn and head out and distribute the money to the others. So I guess the 4 of us can add 50 gold to our sheets.
Am I the 4th person?
Yes,
You
got
are
Fiona's
indeed.
share. Yes.
50 gold? Okay. And when Foodle comes to give Ifema the gold, she'll give him the message that Ikari brought back from the mayor, from the caravan, and then she'll take one of the gold coins out of the pouch and give it to Ikari. And Ikari will like take it and protect it.
Oh my god! A little
Cute.
bag and a little hoard. Oh, I love it.
That's
few
amazing.
coins to lay down on and fall asleep on. So
beautiful.
just so everybody is aware, leader may not be feeling like being very very talkative during tonight's session, so he is going to type out to us in Roll20 chat. That's why I'm going to stay on the Roll20 scene for the time being.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So
All right. Now is there, oh goodness, Ghost, I don't even know if, like, would the shops still be open, or are they gonna need all their supplies for this attack? Like, I don't.
the shops may have some supplies. The merchants may have some of their
Okay.
shops open.
Okay. I think Foodle is going to, and we don't necessarily have to roleplay this unless, you want to, but Foodle's gonna try to see if he can find any healing. Like potions of healing or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, there are a couple apothecaries around. You might recall that when Doers brought you around to keep you up for the journey into the forest, she brought you to a general stock room that had potions of healing and rations and things like that stored inside.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And how much would it be 50?
They're 50 each, yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, there goes that. All right. So let's just subtract that. Perfect. All right. So Foodle's mostly broke again. All right. All right. That's Foodle's morning. And he'll probably spend a little bit of time maybe tinkering on his rifle.
Sure. Now the orc camp also the orc fort also needs your assistance in some of the labor from the caravan in cutting down the trees, hauling them back to the fort, cutting them into
right.
defensible pieces, and generally helping to fortify. So who's going to help with the fortifications?
Kiona will most definitely be there, especially as a beast wrangler for the heavy beast lifting burden kind of stuff. She knows how to get the horses around
Okay.
the areas they need to be around. So
Okay.
I think
Foodle's gonna try his hand at some chopping because his dad was a woodcutter. So
Okay.
I think Ifima would go with them to the forest as well to make sure, like, she'd show them how to pick the right trees, and she'd be like, "These, you want to chop down these trees because they're older and sturdy, but you want to leave the smaller ones, but you don't want the ones that are too old because then the wood might be not as good or it might hurt a part of the forest." Like, she would basically just give them like, and then show them how to, like, when they're done cutting, show them how to plant the seeds so that the trees will grow back and that sort of thing. And she'll probably talk their ear off about old lady stories while that's happening because she's not used to having this many people to talk to.
that's amazing.
I really hope that Ifima, after this whole little venture, like, she's been the witch of the forest that everybody's been like so afraid of this whole time. And now I hope that this village really embraces her and is like, well, I'm gonna go take a little like basket of goodies to Ifima. Let her ramble at me for 3 hours.
Like, while she's helping them with like figuring out which trees to cut down and stuff, she's not wearing her antler headband.
Right.
Because that's what like makes them
Because
think that
that's
she's
what
a
makes them.
witch. So
Yeah.
she's just like the friendly old lady showing them like how the forest works.
The whole party is just like looking at them dumbfounded when she takes
My
it off,
twin
and they're
sister,
like,
the
"Oh, where'd she
witch."
go?"
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I love it.
You got
It's
these
beautiful.
younger orcish soldiers sort of hanging on your everywhere. Yes, old woman. That's very. Oh wow. Where have you been this whole time? Are you at the caravan?
This is so
And
good.
she's like, call me Granny. It's okay.
Yeah, right, Granny. All right, Granny. Oh my. The caravan is so lucky to have somebody as wise in the ways of nature as you. The only other person I know of that is knowledgeable of the forest is the witch herself. And oh, you're nothing like her.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Just lets it roll. She just like, yeah, that's okay.
She
Good.
takes like some jerky out of her pocket and gives it to him. Don't get overworked now, dear.
Thank you. He's got jerky hanging out of his mouth. Thank you, Granny. Thank you, Granny.
Yeah, she's a granny.
Pocket jerky.
Jerky, and she has these little round oblong things that taste a little bit like caramel if you suck on them for a while.
If you suck on them for a while, at first they're not. They're kind of off, but after a while,
they have little W's printed in them somehow.
Yeah. For which?
For which? Yeah, Monster will help as well. I think.
Okay.
I don't know how good she'd be at like hammering and sawing and stuff, but she could probably give her like technical expertise and help with like, more technical stuff.
So like tools and things like that, and
And if they're
Okay.
trying to set any sort of trap, she could probably help with that, or
okay.
that sort of thing, or identifying places where that would be.
What's the skill for rogue's trap settings? Let me take a look. Let me take a look at your
Oh my
C
God.
sheet here.
Snoz.
All right, it's just taking a while to load. I was having a panicked moment because I opened up your character sheet, Woof, and it was just a blank. It was
Oh,
just
no.
blank.
I have it. It looks okay.
This doesn't matter at all to the story, so I'm going to say it while
Yeah.
you're looking that up. Kiona will get sidetracked at some point because there are always small children running around these work sites that shouldn't be there, and she will gather them about her to keep them out of the way of the
Yep.
people that are working and teach them bird calls.
Oh,
I
can we hear a few?
like-
don't know if I can do it right now, dude.
To a duck. To a duck.
I can't do it, Doug. Hold on.
Here we go.
See, I can't do it right now.
Yeah,
Aw.
well, you do it. You do it. You're Kiona does it much better than
it?
Flutter Die does, and oh,
I-
better. Yeah.
Sorry,
so
guys.
so all the
They're
all the
asthmatic birds. It's like-
all the
Yeah,
all the orcish children are down there like yay, and they're running around and they're mimicking the bird calls, and a few of their parents who are working on cutting the wood down give you that look that you've given me a million times, which is a mixture of exasperation at oh no, you taught them that, but I'm actually happy that they're making
Y'all Ghost
they're
is
making an
constantly
adult
keeping my
connection.
children fit.
I'm pretty sure you
That
almost
makes-
never
that
forgave
makes them-
him for the thumb war thing.
The
That
Thumb
makes
Wars
them-
is the worst.
I just teach them things that make them well-rounded individuals. That's all.
Mhm,
That's all.
mhm. That's what it is. Uh huh.
Right.
Goljul does a bird call so good the rest of the party can't comprehend it, so they don't hear it.
Right. We
Amazing.
just assume it's a bird.
All right. So here's what I want you to do for your activities. And this is actually going to have real gameplay impact. I would like in Roll20 for Ephema, who's pointing out different trees for them to cut down. Ephema, I would like you to make a survival check. And you may do this at advantage because this is your forest, so you are intimately familiar with that. So survival check at advantage.
Oh, she's getting her dice, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Mattress Chan. Or wait.
Kawaii
Mattress
desu.
Queen? Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
Can I use my actual dice? You said it's survival advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't use nature. It has to be survival.
Look up what the nature skill actually is. That might be the better skill. Nature. Okay. Thank you, Roll20 Compendium. That doesn't help me.
Where's that player's handbook? Hold on.
There we go. I've got it.
Oh, nice.
Recall lore about terrain, plants, and animals, the weather, and natural cycles. Yeah, so nature you can use.
16 was my highest.
16?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Yeah, so you're able to effectively pick out a few really strong and sturdy trees that would make excellent robust materials for robust fortifications, and are old enough that it won't harm the forests as much to get rid of them, but young enough as to be effective for the use that the orcs want. So they cut those down, and proud of themselves, they start to haul their lumber up to the timbers, rather, up to the beasts of burden carrying them. Foodle is sort of been a bit of a foreman for the wood cutting operation. This one will be a little bit of this one will be a survival check rather than a nature check. It is in the forest. I think that means you get advantage on it. Is that right?
Oh yeah, on wisdom checks.
Yeah, and this
my
would be a
train?
wisdom check, I believe.
When making an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain. Okay. Oh, proficiency bonus is doubled.
Right.
Okay.
Proficiency bonus is double, not advantage. Okay.
So maybe not advantage. Okay.
Yeah, so you, instead of adding the +2 for your proficiency bonus, you add a +4.
Gotcha. Okay.
So just add
So
an
let's-
extra 2
2,
to
right?
whatever your result is.
Okay. Let's take a look. What I get. Oh gosh.
That's not good.
Oh, Foodle wasn't paying that much attention apparently.
Yeah, well, these orcs are not woodworkers. Orcs don't typically work with woods in the Orcish Highlands. Wood is pretty scarce. They usually trade for it, what little that they actually use. And so, yeah, you find it difficult and at times frustrating to sort of try to organize them and teach them how to use like the 2-person saw and all that stuff. But you get the job done eventually, just not as efficiently as you hoped.
Oops.
What? Snoz, what?
What is happening?
Okay. Just what the heck is that redeemed? Okay.
I can't wait.
Okay. Leader clarified that for me. Okay. Wow. All right. Kiona, you're managing the draft beasts and pulling them back up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so make an animal handling check. They've loaded a bunch of the logs up on
Oh my
up
Christ,
onto-
really?
Oh no! I know.
Yeah,
I've got like a
leader-
+4 and
Leader
like.
heckled me for using my real dice, but this is why.
This is why.
Yeah.
This is why. Because tonight is the night that Roll20 decides that we all fail at our rolls. That's why.
Disaster.
Oh my Christ. Really? Oh wait, I have inspiration. I'm gonna use it.
Oh.
Fuck it. Why not? I have 2 inspiration rolls left.
Oh.
Oh, that's so much better. Fuck that.
Oh, no.
It is double what you rolled the first time.
It
That's
is.
true.
It is double. That's right. That's right. Oh my god. Guys.
Okay, yeah. Eventually you get the wood up, but sort of halfway up there's an incident where the wagon that they're hauling the wood up with sort of tips over
Because the
and
kids
spills
were using the
logs
bird
out.
sound and spooked the horses.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Oh, Kiona, let's hope they've had more luck here at the fort.
Okay. Goldrill, you're up at the fort, organizing some of the garrison to how to carve these timbers into things like stake walls or spears for barricades to sort of lace together into barricades and things like that. So you're giving them some advice on how to do that. You're giving them some lessons and tutorials with your woodworking tools. So if you could please roll your carpenter's tools for me. We'll see how well you do with that.
This is Goldrill?
Goldrill. Yep.
Yeah, exactly, Megan.
If you've ever seen how many dice Laura Bailey has, that's my dream. I just want to have that many dice.
I've never seen it actually.
She
I
has
just know she
a
always has
She's a
a bunch.
huge bag.
yeah, well they have them on the store. They're called Bailey's Bag of Holding. And
So
they're these
leader,
giant leather pouches with a bunch of pockets inside for organization.
on your
That's
character
amazing.
sheet, right under passive perception, you have a carpenter's tools. You click on it. And then since you're teaching people how to do this, I would say that it is your attribute is intelligence. And then you click submit and you roll. Oh, what the heck? D20 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2. What the heck is that? Okay. It was a decent roll anyway. So you're able to use some of your expertise to improve what would otherwise be based on your preliminary examination of how the orcs were doing on their own. When when you're saying like, hey, I want you to sharpen the point of this timber to the end of this timber to a spear point, and watching them sort of just hack away at it with axes sort of randomly, and you have to sort of come in and no, not like that, like this, and you show them. So you're pretty sure that you've improved both the quality of the pieces that they put together to use in these fortifications, but also their efficiency, and they're able to make more pieces in a shorter amount of time. Right? And Mazar, you wanted to go out there and set some traps, right? Okay. So I believe that's a thieves' tool roll. We'll just give you the materials for traps. Unless you want to, do you want to, well, you can use your tinker tools to turn some scrap and things that you find around the camp into traps if you want to.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So use your give me a tinker tools roll.
Wow.
Oh, no.
What the heck, roll 20?
So
You're
this is
kidding!
Oh, just
no.
so unless you have any inspiration that you want to use, this might actually like work against the quality of
Yeah.
your fortifications
I'll do that then.
with a critical fail.
As much as I didn't want to.
Yeah. That's brutal.
If I roll a 1 again, I'm gonna be really mad. Wait,
Oh,
which one am I
please.
doing?
There we go.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Goldrill.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, it's one of those days that none of the rest of us should have
So
woken up.
true.
We should have just gone back to bed.
What's really funny is that
He gives everybody a lizard smirk.
what's really funny is that like the only successful part with Ephema showing them how to get the trees, he wouldn't have seen that part because he wouldn't have gone. So all he's
True.
seen is like the fail parts.
True, yeah.
He sees all the rest
Yeah.
of us just having awful days. Like,
Well,
things are
like
just going
late
wrong.
getting back to the fort, and Mazra's like, "Oh well, actually, Mazra did okay."
She did almost die.
All right.
Close.
So, Mazra, you find some scrap pieces, some leftover hinges and bits of metal, like really thin metal that you can compress into some sort of a spring kind of thing, and you set some real basic traps that you can forge out ahead and distribute along the path where the Bloodfoot Reavers will be attacking almost assuredly. Set some traps up on the road ahead of there and delay their advance somewhat, and maybe thin out their charge so that they can be picked off a lot easier before they hit the fortifications. and so that their initial charge, you hope, will be a bit more broken up and less effective than it would be otherwise. Basically, I'm not going to reveal to you what exactly the gameplay implications are for that yet. But through all of you who have succeeded, you've improved the strength of the fortifications at Fort Ostrand in order to withstand the Orcish attack. And as the morning draws into afternoon and into a little bit like mid-afternoon, you can survey your surroundings and feel overall mixed success, but overall a job well done. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, Kiona's looking at it like, it'll hold for a minute. That's
Foodle and Kiona, while you were working down in the forest, you came across something unusual, sort of as Foodle was helping the teams load up the wood into the wagon, and Kiona was getting ready. You see something unusual resting in a hollowed out piece of ground by a tree stump.
Okay.
And it's a couple of bags just sitting there.
Bags.
Oh.
Yeah, bags. Like a little sack about this size.
Kiona will be like, what's this?
What's
Foodle,
in
check
there?
this out. There's something down here. And she'll pick up the bags. She'll hold them up like.
These are items redeemed for Foodle and Kiona by Leader and Snoz. You open up the bags, and the bags appear to be filled with sand. But they do have an almost like mesmerizing gleam to them. And you're kind of like, the more you look at this sand, you're kind of like, oh, this sand
That's some nice sand.
That's some nice sand. It's very fine.
Hmm.
It's almost like if you were to put your hands through them and like run your fingers through, it's almost like silk. It's that fine as it runs
Foodle's
through.
gonna do that.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
When Kiona sees Foodle doing it, she'll start doing it too, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah,
That's nice, right?
this is beautiful."
Yeah. I'm loving this.
They'll waste like 3 hours just playing with the sand. They'll just totally forget about everything else going on.
Rolled so bad. These freaking sandbags.
Well, I mean, I guess we can just show this to everybody else, but I'm not sure it's worth anything. It's just sand, so.
I don't know if I'm going to show this to anyone else. This is
Maybe we could
amazing.
just keep this in the wagon and.
No, I'm going to keep this on my person, and Fudo's going to attach it
Are
to
the
his
two
belt.
of you starting?
How heavy is the sand? How big of a bag is it? Is it just a little bag of sand, or is it like a
they're
10-pound bag?
each a little birdie in my ear is telling me they are 2 pounds each.
Ah, okay.
So they're gonna. All right. Well, and hearing that Foodle's gonna not share it with people, she kind of looks at him like, well, I mean, maybe, I guess it's just sand, right? And she'll basically follow suit.
How many pounds? Was it 2?
2 pounds
2.
each
Okay.
bag.
All right.
Yep. All right. So, armed with your newfound
Amazing.
sand, which you guys are
Mazra.
you guys are dead certain that like there's something special about this sand.
There's something nice.
Yeah,
This
there's
sand is
something
really
special about
nice.
this, yeah. Okay. As you come up, you head back to the fort with your last load of timbers, and you see the fortifications being constructed and erected. and you see that nearly the fort is nearly ready for anything that these Bloodfoot Reavers can throw at them.
Is it a grand erection?
Stop.
Make it, please.
Please let it be that.
I stole that from a movie. I don't know if Ghost still remembers.
I remember that. I remember that movie.
That movie was from when we were dating, before we were even married. That movie.
Isn't that romantic comedy of like the dude who from the past who came forward in time or something like that?
Yes, and the movie starts in the past with the guy talking about a building, and he's like, "It is such a grand
Is this
direction."
Time Traveler's Wife or something? Like
No,
what?
way older than that.
Okay.
I don't
Way
remember
older
the
than
name of
that.
the movie.
Tangent, derail, back on the rails. You're all gathered around with Ogrum, and he surveys his newly enhanced fort with pride, with little old lady Mayor Katarina Roundtree by his side, and they're both surveying it together. And Ogrum nods and says, "Yes, I think this will do nicely. This will do very, very nicely." Woof.
Ephema,
Stop typing stuff in stream chat and then giggling about it. What are you up to?
Woof,
What
I
are-
didn't type anything.
What
I
are
was
you up to?
He
Okay.
was laughing
Well,
about
had a
I
really
see him
bad-
leaned over and typing, and then goes like
didn't even
this.
type anything in the stream chat.
Yeah, where were you typing?
I was closing the thing. I had a really bad thought, but I've kept it myself. So.
Good.
I'm putting
Good.
that
Good.
accent because
Ephema will put her headband back on now that they're like finished, and
And the
she's
orc,
with
then
the
the
woods
and one of
again.
the wood crews that was down with you, is just chewing on his jerky, and he sees you and just slack jawed, and the last little bit of jerky falls out of his mouth.
And she looks at him and she gives him a sly wink and does the like finger over her mouth, like, shh, it's our secret.
like, it's the fucking secret. Can I just? This is the beautiful. The half of this village is gonna grow up thinking that she's a myth, and the other.
And she'll go over to where Ogren and the mayor are like surveying the work, and she'll say, I just wanted to let you know, dear, that the orcs who came into the forest did a marvelous job, and I think they're going to be able God, where's my Ephema voice today? And I think they're going to be able to do this sort of thing on their own in the future, so they won't entirely need me to guide them next time. There she is. I found her.
And Augur just draws in a deep breath. Yes, old woman. We're very thankful for you. Thank you.
I'm
Just
skipping
call,
me too hard.
just call me Granny, sweetheart. It's fine.
No,
There's no need to be so formal.
yes, old woman.
Thank you for the raid.
Yes, welcome.
Is it Pay Top Skiddly Bop? Thank you.
That's a
Hey,
great
Top
name.
Skiddly Bop. That's one of that's one of Andrew's buddies. Welcome.
Oh, nice.
Welcome,
Love it.
Paytop.
Welcome.
I didn't know you
amazing.
streamed. Welcome. Monster Hunter Rise, were you playing with Andrew? Hold on. I had no idea you streamed.
Oh my
Paytop.
god, I was thinking about streaming that game yesterday, you guys. That game is so confusing.
Oh, yeah.
If you get together with someone who plays it.
I know. That's what I need to do. Paytop Skiddly Bop. If you want to teach me how to play that game.
Share your secrets with us.
Oh god.
All right, Peyton, I threw
So
you a follow.
confusing.
Thanks for the raid, much appreciated.
Oh yeah, hold on.
So while you're having this exchange, suddenly there's a low, sustained note, like a hunting horn being sounded coming from down the mountain pass to the east, which is where you anticipate they'd be coming from, and with a mixture of, I would say, 90%, 9/10 sudden like back to action and seriousness and determination furrowing his brow, and about 10% relief at having an excuse to shut Ephema up. Ogram
He
holds up a hand.
actually- he
Holds up a
actually
hand.
secretly loves her.
He holds up a hand and he says, "Enough. They're coming."
Can Ephema send Ikari up into the sky to just take a quick look at like what might be approaching?
Yep. And meanwhile, Ogram looks up to one of the towers on the stone fort of Fort Ostran and waves a hand up at the orc up there. That orc gives an answering call on a hunting horn, and the whole camp at that signal breaks into action as orcish garrison soldiers drop, their food and the dice that they were playing and things like that, and they rush to their positions.
Oh gosh. I was hoping to have time to give Goldrill one of the healing potions, but I don't know if there was time.
Does Ikari see anything when he
roll,
goes up?
roll a perception for Ikari, please.
Okay, I think Ikari gets perception +3. 11, so not great.
11?
11, yeah.
So what Ikari sees off in the distance, who am I waving to?
Oh, Snoz.
Snoz. Oh, good night, Snoz. What Ikari sees off in the distance is quite a ways away, like a few miles away yet, but there is a distinctive cloud, a long thin cloud, sort of following along a pathway, like a dust cloud that's being kicked up by marching feet.
Okay.
So it's a ways off. You estimate probably within the half hour they'll be here.
Oh, okay. So in that case, Foodle is going to run over to Goldrill and look up at him and say, "Goldrill, do you have any healing?"
Ignore
Potion
that. That
or
was an
anything?
accident.
Okay.
Sorry, Cole.
Well, here, take this one, and Foodle's gonna hand Goldrill whatever he's got, the small healing potion, yeah, or potion of healing,
Potion
just
of
a regular
lesser,
one,
yeah, regular one, yeah.
or yeah.
It's lesser healing, whatever the 2d4 + 2 one is.
And then Foodle's gonna reach up to give Goldrill a hug and see what happens. Let's see if Goldrill knew how terrible Foodle did today. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. Aw. Okay. All right, and then Foodle's gonna run up to the. I'm assuming there's battlements, right? This is a fort.
Yeah.
Okay, Foodle's gonna run up to the battlements, kind of prep his rifle, and then he's gonna pull out that bag of sand in the
Okay.
calm before the storm.
Yep.
And just
And
play
he's
with
gonna-
it and just
Yeah, he's gonna like reach in deep and like pull, just start doing the calm his nerves.
he
Alright.
already has like a problem with the sand. He has to like
Ephema will ask Ogren where she would be the most useful. I'm assuming she would, if he doesn't already know, she would basically say that she's probably good at long distance, at hitting things from a distance.
Yep. And Katarina Roundtree actually answers before Ogren does that says, actually, we have something in mind for all of you. Mr. Shepin, if you'll come back here, I've got
Okay, and then
another
Foodle
job for you.
squirrels away the sand and comes down.
What are you holding on to there, Foodle?
Oh, I was just checking my rifle and shot and everything.
Oh, of course.
Shit, do I have to roll deception? Oh no!
You should.
Yeah,
I think I
roll-
should have.
roll
Fiona
deception.
is just flabbergasted
Oh,
that you lied
God.
about the sand.
Now, did you bring enough sand for the whole class?
Shit, what did I roll?
All right, yeah,
Ooh, that's
14.
not bad.
That
She
was
buys
your
it.
one good roll for the night,
She
and you
buys
wasted
it.
Right,
it.
you're done. You're wasted on
Lying
the
about sand.
What have you done?
All right. So Ogren picks up the thread here. We're aware of a secret passage through an underground tributary of the headwaters of the Bly that runs beneath the fort. Judging by their approach, the secret passage should exit behind their enemy lines. These Bloodfoot Reavers, their leaders like to command from the front. However, in pitched assaults like this, these are not quite oafish savages, as we might like to believe. They've got among their midst a particularly cunning individual, some sort of high priest of Grunch, they call the Eye. He serves Der Thag, their leader, and acts as his connection to their dark god. He will be commanding the forces from somewhere in the rear, and only when the outer walls and fortifications have been breached will he come forward to deal the killing blow, as it were. Before our fortifications crumble in the face of this assault, we would like you to take this passage and deal with the Eye. If you can defeat him...
Fiona looks super, super pleased about this.
If you can defeat him, we believe the Reavers might scatter.
We will do it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Foodle
interrupt. the middle of
slings
that
his-
sentence.
That's okay. No worries.
Kiona you see her like expression develop from kind of surprise to like ooh to like ooh to like super, super pleased about this idea. Because she was
No,
already
wait.
trying to figure out how to get away from people.
Foodle's gonna say, "Consider the eye closed," and slings his rifle. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's right. You heard me.
The whole time was
exasperated by that. Come on.
the whole time was Foodle like whispering under his breath, trying out different phrases.
I feel like that's the
He's
thing, yeah.
immensely pleased, but he's trying not to show it and failing.
Right?
Get
right.
this man some sunglasses,
he
please.
just walks away from the group.
Yeah, yeah.
Fiona-
Fema will say, do you believe that if we fell this commander, the rest of the rivers will turn aside?
They're not Reavers, they're Reavers. For the
I'm
last
sorry, I'm
time,
sorry.
old woman.
I'm still learning the accent, but do you think
What
if we
accent? What accent are you talking about?
Well, I
Never
speak
mind. That's not
differently where
that's not
I come
important right
from.
now, old woman. The answer
Listen.
is we hope that is the case.
And when we fell him, is there some kind of signal that we should send to you so that you know that the job is complete, just in case they don't turn aside.
I know just the signal to send. Come here, boy! And Stefan comes running out of the stockade with his backpack on and his axe clanging by his side, and he's got his harmonica in his hands.
Poodle's
says,
gonna do a
"What?"
running hug. Not that he can reach that high, but he's gonna do like a running hug.
Stefan will pick him up and hug him.
Yes.
Mr. Foodle, I'm here to help. I haven't quite earned my bagpipes yet, but I've still got me trusty harmonica.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so glad you're gonna be with us. Don't you worry. Just stay maybe a little bit away. He's gonna whisper. Just stay a little bit away from Kiona, and you'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Right,
While
right,
they're-
right,
while
Mr.
they're
Foodle. Okay.
talking-
He's not wrong.
E2, Foodle,
While
E2.
they're talking, Ephema leans like close to Mazra and is like, Do you hear a difference between when he says rivers and when he says rivers? It sounds the same to me every time.
I love it.
It's the best.
I haven't really been paying that much attention, if I'm being honest.
Well, all right then.
Amazing.
Mazra would know the accent from her mom, so Mazra might even be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" You can't tell. Like, what?
Right.
They're two completely different words. What are you talking about?
Maybe she'll say that when she thinks about it.
Rivers. You know what? I'm just going to go kill some orcs.
All right. So with that, you have 30 in-game minutes, roughly speaking. Any last minute preparations before you head down into the tunnel?
Kiona is going to make sure that she has her healing potions and all of the like necessary battle equipment available to her. She is silently forming a plan about getting out of that tunnel and then trying to figure out how she will be able to circle around behind. Like if the group is out of the tunnel here, she wants to like leave the group without them knowing. So she's formulating a plan to like sneak away. So that she can be not near them when the battle starts.
Interesting. Okay.
Foodle's gonna motion to Stefan and move over to Mazra and look up at them both and Ephema and ask, mostly at Mazra and sort of ask, Mazra, if it's possible, do you think it's worth trying to do like a sneak attack if we can find this eye person?
She looks thoughtful, and there may be a moment of slight pain on her face because of what happened last time. But
Last time, oh god.
but she'll look thoughtful and say, I think we should consider all avenues if we think that it may benefit us. I don't think we should count it out.
Okay.
Because if our experience with the last priest is anything to go by, I think we need to be extremely careful because we're going to be exposed out there, and they're not going to be able to come in and help us. So
Ghost is gonna get mad at me for saying this, but out of character, Dungeons and Dragons assassination never goes according to plan because you can't just 360 no scope someone from a distance. You have to actually like get rid of their HP and follow like all the rules and shit. So even if you're like I sneak up and slit his throat.
Oh yeah,
with
there's
this
no way it goes right.
hatchet.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't do a thing.
So just so
And
you know.
I would
Fiona
also
is wearing whatever she was able to cobble together from X number of previous outfits that she's had between halfling and dwarf. And she has been a gnome for a brief period of time before. That she is able to figure out what to wear for those of you that wonder if she's naked right now.
So
She's
while
got-
you're fiddling around and cobbling things together, and some of the the orcs who can fight, and indeed the refugees who can fight are rushing alongside them to the walls and the battlements and the barricades, and the ones who cannot are retreating to take cover and get ready to book it out the western gate if they need to. One individual who Mazra met, but you did not, the tailor, approaches you, seeing you rooting around in your stuff with a bundle in. Is it tailor male or female? I don't remember. Do you remember, Wolf?
I think it was Mel.
Male, yeah. With a bundle in his arms, and he hands it over to you and says, "Here, I understand that you're having some troubles with your accoutrements, as it were. I have this for you. I've been holding on to it for some time. It's a wonderful piece of clothing, if I do say so myself. But I've never seen a use for it. You see this silver thread. Let's see where it is. This is the silver cloth. It actually will change its size and dimensions to fit the wearer.
Finally.
I see that you've shrunk a bit since you came, and watching you from afar, it seemed that you were quite the way you were wearing your clothes when you were indicated some discomfort and unfamiliarity with call it a professional opinion, if you will. A gift for you.
What? Kiona is flabbergasted by this. She doesn't know what to say. She's totally kind of speechless. I just well, yes, I mean, thank you, but it cannot be a gift. I'm sure it's too expensive. I can repay you.
Oh, it was
But
it
you're
was a gift to me. In fact, I don't know where my accent's going right now. But it was in fact a gift to me from one of the sloth lords who make their homes in the far south, the far southern isles. You could say I'm quite well traveled, if you will, but here you go. They have a very interesting society. These gigantic and intelligent sloth-like beings build their houses in the trees. They're very interesting people. You should visit there someday. But in any case, this was a gift to me from one of them, and I pass it along to you.
Well, I mean, thank you. You're saying that this will change when I change?
I do. Allow me to read the card that was given to me along with it. It says that this ethereal clothing changes its own size and dimensions to fit the wearer, whatever those size and dimensions might be. Here, I'll add it to your journal. There you go. Add it to your journal, and then in
Just takes her journal, puts the card in
Right,
there.
right. Just
There you go.
There it is.
And then when you when you open your little newspaper tab in Roll20,
I see it. I got it.
You'll be able to see it for yourself.
Well, that's beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know how to say thank you. Please, I owe you so much. If you ever need anything, please just reach out to me. Send a raven or whatever you need, and I will come and help you.
Well,
Send a raven. She's a witch.
Listen,
and
I don't
she's-
know what form of communication these people use when
all part of the
we
master
orcs
plan.
tend to
English?
just tend to just yell really loudly. But that's but
I'll have a female little dragon friend listen for it.
all right. Well, it's a deal. Well, I must be going, and I suspect you as well. So, good luck to you.
well, thank you. Thank you so
And-
much. Thank you.
And the tailor
She
just
just
sort
doesn't
of
know what else to
just
say.
sort of shuffles away, with the rest of the civilians kind of going into hiding. You can thank Sloth Siren for that. That was a subscription redeem. They used their
Sloth,
pay
thank you so
separately
much.
Thank you.
to-
Thank
I've
you
been
so much.
saying
Sloth.
for
Oh
months
my
that she needed to
gosh.
get magical clothing.
Listen, I would have
amazing.
worked my way around to
Roger
it
won't have to
eventually,
beg
but
Ungolo for it.
Now I need to make a note that I need to create a civilization of sloth people to potentially
That's
come
what
up
I
with
was
a
just
plan.
thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna
Oh,
Foodle ask where was this made?
oh
Yeah,
my
anyway.
god.
The party just completely abandons the main quest and travels south to the Sloth Kingdom.
Right, yeah.
Listen, Sloth Drone will definitely be living again. We will manage Sloth Drone eventually. So
All right.
I promise.
Fuck to it.
Oh,
Gold drill. Gold drill. You go looking for a ranged weapon. But it seems that any of the craftsmen or shopkeepers who are plying their wares at the fort have abandoned their work and have all headed for the battlements. You kind of giving up on the idea of buying yourself a ranged weapon. You head over to the armories, and you see a couple of the garrison guards just grabbing hunting bows and crossbows and any kind of ranged weapon that they have, spears, javelins, and just handing them over to other soldiers as they're rushing by and grabbing them. And as you approach one of the soldiers, they look up at you and, hey, what? You'd like to borrow one, eh? Well, we're pretty strapped here. We need every crossbow for manning the walls. I say in a very convincing voice. Let's find out how convincing. Please roll a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use the little ladies' room before the battle.
Sure. Actually, we might take a break right before we jump into that. Hey, not
I'll
bad.
stick around.
Oh, okay. If you want to stick, okay.
I have one thing to add before we skip ahead. I'll let Goldrill finish.
Yeah.
first.
Oh, yeah. So yeah. All right, but I suppose you have an important task to see to as well. Here you go. And he hands over a crossbow and 10 bolts to you. But you bring that back. It's not a gift. You bring that back. That's property of the Coldstone clan. You bring it straight back to this armory when you're done. I am not a captain, but whatever. Move along. I've got work to do here. Mazra.
She, to add to her, bag of tricks or whatever, is going to fetch our lovely friend. Make sure that on her person is the gobstopper somewhere.
Okay. Excellent. Make sure that the gobstopper is in your inventory. Oh God, I can't believe we're actually going to use this thing.
The gobstopper's in my inventory. I don't know if it actually is, but it's written on my inventory
I
sheet.
mean, well, as long as someone has it, I think Mazra will try to
I think Goldro was the last
borrow
one that
it or
had it
whatever.
because it,
Okay.
but it wouldn't have been left. The gobstopper.
Oh, the everlasting. Oh my
For a
God.
second, you did during the battle. if it was left, Kiona would have picked it up and put it back in her backpack.
Okay.
So she
Yep.
still has
Right.
it.
So if Kiona's willing
I'm gonna take
to-
mercy on you and allow you to assume that you did not just leave behind a magic item.
No. Why would we do a thing like
especially
that?
one that was redeemed and gifted to you by chat.
No kidding. No.
It's like
It's
Kiona.
listed in my backpack.
Kiona
so-
sees the gobstopper on the ground after the battle and says, "Whatever, Snoz, I leave it behind."
Wow, imagine.
Right.
Screw you, chat.
Snoz
So,
redeems 20 major mutations.
So Mazra comes to Kiona with this question. What?
Yeah. So she'll go to Kiona and be like, I need to borrow that their ball gag you got.
Oh,
The magic.
all right. Kiona won't even question. She doesn't even blink. She just goes to her backpack and grabs it, and she's like, "Well, here you go. I wasn't able to make it use last time, but hopefully we can make it useful."
Fiona,
at some
darling,
point."
I'm not sure now is really the right time to be, doing.
Oh,
those
this? Oh no! Well, that would be fun, I guess. But this is different.
Well, but not
This
right
one is-
now.
This
that's
one,
what
no,
I'm
no, of
thinking.
course not. No, this one is for magic.
Yeah, I have one in my bag, but I need the magic one, not the regular one.
You have 2 ball gags.
Oh god,
I found it in a
forgot
pile.
about
Most
that.
people should, I think, at this point. But
Have you sanitized those? If you found them, maybe.
well, this one is for magic. It makes people stop doing magic.
Is it your
The other one has
arcane
not been
focus, dear? Maybe if you use your arcane focus more often, you won't,
No,
explode.
this is the thing we found. No, I have a pouch of things. This is here, and she just hands it over to Mazra.
Mazra will take it, just put it
She's
in her
so flustered, She
pocket.
doesn't know how to deal with this, and she's like, no, and she just shoves it at Mazra and walks away.
My, these children
Oh
today,
no.
they did some very
Shiraz.
strange magic.
Yes, please,
Oh, God.
please, yes.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Here we go.
Oh,
This is
Goodness. All right. This is
gonna say, well,
Shiraz.
should we maybe go, or we should probably get a move on,
Yes,
right?
we should get walking. And while we're going through the tunnel, I can tell you about that time that I
Oh,
walked
perfect.
in on Crazy Mel and her
Wait, what?
girlfriend.
I
and
cannot wait to meet Crazy Mel. I
you
gotta
would
say,
really get along with Crazy Mel. But this is a story about when she was a young girl. And she had really nosy parents, they were always up in her business. I think that's the way you children say it these days. They didn't like to let her out of their sight, especially after the whole hair incident.
So
and
you've been
so-
brought towards while you're talking, you've been brought to the entrance of the cave, and while you're continue on talking, Ogrim is gonna give a little mission briefing while you're talking. Let's see how this turns out.
And so she had to find a way
So
to
you head through this
sneak
tunnel. It's
people
about
into the house.
500 meters to the end.
And she would
and-
she had this
my
little
goodness,
thing. It
old
looked
woman,
a lot like
you
your ball gag.
gods. What? Oh my goodness! Is this an old woman? Is this the time for this? We've got a
I'll-
serious situation.
I'll wait until you're finished, darling. Go ahead. We go to the end of the tunnel.
You go to the end of the tunnel. You'll find the light at the end of the tunnel. You want to pass through that. You'll be out in a wooded area by the pathway. And you move up, and you should find them there. Good luck to you. And they sort of usher you through into the tunnel.
And bye. Anyway, so she had something. It was very similar to this ball gag, and she would make her friends wear it whenever she snuck them through the house. And this one time I walked in on her and her girlfriend, and she hadn't taken the ball gag off. And I was very young at the time. Well,
The two
not
guards by the
very
tunnel
young,
as you're passing through, just like,
but I was very naive at that time, because I didn't have any experience myself. And I thought it was really weird that, she hadn't taken the gag off, but, apparently she liked it. I guess she would have gotten along with Kiona quite a lot, having 2 random ball gags that you just keep in your pocket.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, it's a thing that is quite nice sometimes. Then Kiona looks down and she looks up, and everybody's
Yes,
kind of
Mom,
like,
the whole time I was there, but she didn't even take it off to talk to me. It was actually kind of awkward in retrospect that,
well, I
having
could see how that's a little weird.
this conversation. Anyway, I hightailed it out of there quite quickly because, frankly, I didn't really want to know what was going on.
Oh.
I hope you're happy, Shiraz.
I still think I want to meet Crazy Mel.
I
Foodle-
do think that you would get along. She's quite a bit older now if she survived the
Okay.
goblins, but I do think that you would get along. Same aesthetic, the gags and the balls.
Mhm.
the
Yes,
hair.
I could see. Yeah, and the hair.
Foodle looks over and sees Stefan trying to sneakily write some stuff down on a scrap of paper.
he's just got his book open. He's just really. Oh, hey, I see. just scribbling in
Uncle,
his
I have
little
some
journal.
questions.
Efima is gonna send Ikari.
Means what color
100 feet.
are orcs when they blush? Like
Like turquoise.
turquoise. Sure. He is like turquoise faced here.
Cerulean. Efima's gonna send Ikari 100 feet ahead to scout.
All right.
Ikari has dark vision and something called blind sight, which means that Ikari can see anything that's invisible and within 10 feet of him. And he has dark vision up to 60 feet.
And what does dark vision do?
It allows him to see in the dark.
Okay, just to see in the dark. Okay, good. Before we get to that, we are going to take a quick break.
I forgot I had
Because
advantage on
Flutter requested one. I need one. And yeah, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back. We'll chat with chat for a few minutes and then we'll jump straight back into it. All right, see you in a bit.
Oh my gosh. This is
I think Crazy Mel is going to feature in most of Granny's stories.
Well, were they like best friends? Is that because that's
Yeah.
my understanding?
So
Okay,
far,
okay.
that's the my understanding of it as well, is that they hung out and
Okay.
Crazy Mel got into a lot of shit. I hope
don't
that
know if-
story was up to snuff, Shiraz. It's kind of hard to think of a ball gag story on the fly.
Right, Sloth, right, yeah.
Hey,
Who knows, right?
the background of Crazy Mel is still developing. I have no idea the extent of that relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like Crazy Mel is me in our relationship between.
It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible that Crazy Mel is based on my. Because it's funny because me and Flutter have that kind of like friendship relationship that is like, I wouldn't say I'm like the sweet and innocent one, but I'm the like Chucky Finster who's like, are you sure this is a good idea? And Flutter is the like, we're doing this. We're not thinking about the
doing it.
consequences. It's just gonna happen. And
Let's try all the new things.
she's
And-
you go with her to Disney World and you just randomly meet these 2 guys who just
Oh my
start
god, that
chatting
was so
you
much
up
fun.
and going and getting drinks with you and just being like, yeah, the Magic Kingdom is the dry kingdom because
Their names were Zach and Mac and Zach. Wait, Nick and Nack. Nick and Nack. Nick and Nack.
Nick and Mac. Oh my
I
god.
understand.
Amazing.
I think it was Nick and Zach, except one of them they called Nat because it made a nickname. It was
It
so
made a
much fun.
nickname. We
That
ran
was a really
into them-
fun day.
We ran into them like 4 times without even trying.
Yeah, we weren't hanging out with them, and we just kept running out into
Yeah.
them. So we finally were just like, all right, well,
Yeah,
we're all
let's go get
drunk,
a
and
drink.
whatever.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that happens when you go. It's like that episode of Friends where they want to go out with that one guy.
You bring your socks.
Yeah, and they're talking about how like you always end up in a crazy like and you don't know what's gonna happen. That's what happens when you go places with Flutter. Basically. That's the kind like something's gonna come up and
Some crazy shit's going down.
you're gonna
y'all.
end up taking a Segway tour through Seattle for some reason.
Which is
And-
totally fun.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, was that the night too that we went to that like Zabu place and we were like
Oh my
we
god.
were there for like 4 hours just
We were there
eating
forever.
dinner.
Yeah. And the drinks,
it
the
was
cocktails. Oh god.
So good. And it was so good. And it was just a place
Stop.
that your
Let's do
husband
it
ran
sometime, man.
out.
We should all meet up for a con sometime and like stay at a hotel and just take like a floor of a hotel with our little group.
Quick.
Like
That'd be amazing.
reserve it like they do for weddings. Like this floor is for that wedding, like that, except for it be like this floor is for the Twitch group streaming. Like I would love that.
That would be really fun.
It would be, wouldn't it? It would be so
would love
much
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Do some con. Oh my god. And we could do cosplay together. Like a whole group of us could do like big party cosplays. That would be so much fun. Listen, this is my dreams. This is what meeting up with a bunch of people to do cosplays at cons. That's what
That would be cool. I've never done cosplay.
it would
Well,
be
I mean, I
strange,
guess-
but it would also be really awesome.
I mean, I guess it's not that dissimilar. Obviously, there's
leader,
some
I'm there.
differences,
Let's
but-
do it. Just maybe not this year because I'm not ready. I'm a COVID shy person. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out my video quality has gotten on the Discord call has gotten
Yeah.
not good.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I
Woof-
was
Woof is
watching the
good.
stream instead.
Woof is good. Megan's
Yeah.
good now, although she wasn't before. And I just looked in my Discord settings because I remember when I had my old CPU and we were having problems with it. I turned off some things like hardware acceleration and that stuff.
Ah.
But I turned it back on. Apparently, I did at some point in the past because it's all flipped back on now. But the quality is not good.
That's
Yeah,
very
we'll figure
odd,
it out,
isn't it?
leader.
And this wasn't
Next year. 22.
Yeah, what the heck is going on?
That's very
Woof is
odd.
all,
Oh,
Woof is
now
all
Wolf
janky
is all.
too.
Wolf,
Yeah,
are you there? Wolf is janky now. Wolf is
Yeah.
janky for me
Oh.
too.
yeah,
Wolf, you
yeah.
good?
It's on the Discord side.
Wolf doesn't have his headphones on,
No,
so.
yeah, yeah. And this
Yeah, I
is
guess
not
it's pretty
this
good
is not
on
a problem
stream.
that we really had on the Saturday stream, right? Which is the last. time
Try
Michael was
while we're just in this scene, try
Yeah.
just closing this window and reopening it and see if that helps. Sometimes mine gets all weird and I have to do that. Like,
on Discord.
yeah, closing
Close and
the
pop out and then
actual
pop it
like
out
this
again.
Close the
window
pop
and
up.
then
Okay, let's
yeah.
try that. Let's try that.
We're still here, but you can't see us. Spooky.
And I'm sure we can all live with it if it's no, it's the same, man.
Shiraz, don't light a wolf. Oh my gosh.
No,
Yeah, it's the
I just
same.
assume it's true.
no, we were saying your video was janky.
Oh, sometimes I have like internet issues and my video like stutters.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, you're
like
better now,
so the call
most
the call will freeze sometimes. I think it's my internet.
Yeah,
Hmm.
makes sense.
That's very odd that the preview in Discord is so.
You
What
have to
if
you have to roll a 20 to make it work, says Papacito.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have to
I think
sacrifice
that's
a goat to the.
Seriously.
right?
I don't know, because Collie, yours and Flutter's video was fine before.
Mhm.
I am seeing the
And now all of a
stutter.
sudden,
I'm seeing the stutter on Wolf's end, but Wolf, if you say that's something that happens with you, yeah.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah, I think it's my internet.
But your video quality's been good, whereas Collie
At
and
least
Flutter
it looks
have been
okay
looking
on the
pretty
stream.
rough. It doesn't look okay on the
that's-
stream.
Oh, it does. Oh, oh, we are a bit grainy, aren't we? Well,
Yeah, I don't know what's
Hmm.
happening.
that's odd, isn't it?
Eh,
Bad rolls,
Yeah.
sandbags, and ball gags. Oh my!
bad roll,
I liked-
sandbags, and
I
ball gags.
personally,
I like that. That's
I
good.
like.
I think I'm gonna have to write that one down.
The siege of Fort Ostrand better, but okay.
Boring.
Ah, Shiraz, oh my god. How could you?
That's just how Collie's face looked. He's just a pixelated person.
Yeah, yeah, I'm blurry by nature, really.
Siege of Ostrand resident sleeper.
Yeah, exactly. Who wants to watch that? People are gonna be Googling ball gags on YouTube, alright? And our video's gonna come up. That's how
Oh.
this thing's gonna explode.
That would be
This is gonna
amazing,
explode.
actually. I feel like being associated with that community would get us like huge credibility because that community is big into D&D. If you're not into listen, let's talk about how there's a certain subset of people that like a certain subset of things.
There's a
the cross section
I'll
of
take-
D&D
I'll take
and
your
the
word
ball
for
gag
it.
using
Like,
people
Yeah.
is
Take
a
your word
pretty big
for
cross
it.
section.
one, you know, some people might say there's overlap, some people might say it's a comorbidity, you know,
That's
whatever you think.
I feel like it's not really unrelated though. Let's just
Right.
hey, listen, leader. I know the things that I know, and that's just
I knows what I knows. Man.
That's right.
So I mentioned this on in your chat yesterday, Flutter. But when I came back to work, Mr. Roboto, who was on the drink
That's
mixing
right.
stream and is one of my colleagues, he told me that he was lurking in for much of our charity stream on Saturday.
That's
Which is
amazing.
which
really
is
cool, yeah.
fantastic.
And so yeah, he gave us a lot of compliments about that, and he said he really enjoyed it. He couldn't stay for the whole thing because he was also on dad duty. And
Right.
the best compliment I got from him, the best praise I got from him that meant the most to me was actually that he got his kids were acting up, so he had to step away and deal with them. And while he was down dealing with them and entertaining them, he kind of got sidetracked from coming back and watching the stream. Right, he got into playing with his kids, and then he comes
happens.
back, and he had, because he left his computer in a rush to deal with them, he just left the stream on his computer, and his wife, who knows some geeky stuff, but isn't really into like this whole scene, and like she had never seen. She obviously knew what D&D was, but she'd never seen, I guess my inference from what he said was she'd never really watched D&D before. And she saw it up on the computer, was just sitting and watching, and hey, I know these people kind of thing, and asked him what it was, and he explained that we were playing D&D for this live stream, and he said that she found it hypnotic and got sucked into watching us for like half an hour.
Which is the
so
most beautiful thing.
I took that as really high
Oh,
praise
Gaia.
as somebody who is maybe not intrinsically like into D&D and
Right.
whatever, and then just didn't know much about it. Got so sucked into watching this on Saturday. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
Well, that's really high praise. Gosh, I
Yeah.
hope it wasn't the part where Foodle was finding chopped up bodies. Jeez. Anyway,
What is
Oh
Gaia
my God,
playing
I
I
don't
was
know
thinking
what-
about
yeah.
that, about the part where we were trying to stop
What's she
Foodle
what?
for doing the thing from
Oh,
where
yeah,
the guys get
yeah.
off.
That would be amazing.
Oh,
though.
gosh.
I
Oh,
really
no,
feel
right.
like that's a very, very. I mean, that's what you would get caught on, though. That kind
Right,
of
the
like,
drama,
like
yeah.
moral indecision.
drama,
Like, is he
yeah.
gonna
So
do
you
it?
guys-
Yeah.
Oh my
Just so
god!
you guys know, because I think we're about to go into a boss battle, I'm gonna get like super meta for a hot minute before we go into this.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm gonna
Wait,
grab another bottle of wine if we're going.
I'll wait until the
If
end
we're
of the
going
break.
meta, all right.
I'll wait until the end of the break. But
I better- I
there's some
better
things that we
chug
should
wine if we're
consider.
going meta.
I better be lubricated
that
if
we
she's gonna
should
bring out the numbers.
consider- There are some things that we should consider if we're going into what is likely to be a boss battle with a probably mutated enemy or several mutated enemies, depending on how many are.
I
in
mean,
the
there
queue.
we do still have a few major
And-
mutations banked.
Yeah,
One
and I
of the
know
things
Flutter's
is
got some rolls on the old table.
Yeah, and who has healing potions? Because I think Foodle
I have
and
2.
Okay, because what you want to do is you want everybody to have a way to revive somebody else.
'Kay.
So
I made
everybody-
sure to give Goldrill one. He didn't have one, but he's got one
Yeah.
now.
If Mazra has one, then you should probably give one to Kiona. And
Does
Foodle
Kiona have
also. Does Kiona have a healing potion, Flutter? I'm assuming
She's got 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you may want
Mazra?
you may want to give Mazra and a second one, and because
Sure.
then Poodle would have 2, Kiona would have 2, Mazra would have 2, and Goldrill would have 1, and I have 1.
Okay, so Mazra,
Yeah.
I'm giving you one.
Mazra also has. They don't wake you up, but she does have healer's kits, which allow you to stabilize somebody that's down without
How many
having
of
to make a
those?
medicine roll 3.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so give one to Goldrill, because then he'll have a potion and a way to bandage somebody. And if you want, you can give one of them to me, because then I would have the same. And then you keep one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Do you have to? Do you have
Yeah,
to
so
roll, like, a
basically, it
medicine
just
check
lets
to
you-
use those? How does those? How do they
No,
work?
the point of it is here. I'll mark it in.
Yeah, mark it in chat so I can write down what
Good thinking.
what it is.
Sure. I'll switch the scene so chat can see it as well.
Fresh bottle of wine. It's
How
Pinot
do you
Grigio
make
Hey.
those pop up in chat?
from Oregon.
There should be like a little
The
word
speech
bubble
bubble, I
beside
think?
it, and if you click the speech bubble, it'll pop up. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but I am of the opinion that low-level healing potions do not do enough healing to keep you, unless you are relatively sure that you can gain enough hit points to stay up past another hit. It's probably better to use your low-level healing potions to keep people up.
Right.
What the heck happened?
I
But
mean,
now,
clearly,
you guys do have some extra ones, so you can be a little bit, possibly a little bit more. But we basically want everybody to be able to get somebody up.
Yeah, and my cure wounds, how much does that do?
I'm gonna put a cap on the
Yeah, I'm waiting
table
for
talk
Wolf
in the
to-
next couple minutes here, just so you know.
I know
Oh,
that's
really?
why
You got a
I know
healing
that's why I
potion
wanted to
from
do
Wolf.
it at the tail end of the break. Wolf, what's the item that you're giving us?
I can't link it in the chat for some reason.
Just tell me what it's called.
Healer's kit.
Healer's kit. Okay. So
Basically,
I
what
have
it does is it allows you to. This kit has 10 uses. As an action, you can expend one of the kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a Wisdom medicine check.
Okay.
All right, I will make sure I give this back to you at the end, whether or not I use any of it. That's really good, because that's a way to stabilize somebody if they go down. So I think we're relatively able to help people who go down.
Yeah. Now, what is my spell casting ability modifier? Is that my spell attack bonus, or is that something different? Oh,
Your
wisdom?
spellcasting ability modifier is your wisdom ability modifier.
Yeah,
Okay, so it'd
mine
be
is
like the 2.
charisma.
Because I have 14. Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
So 1d8 plus 2. Yeah, that's pretty bad healing. Ooh. Alright. That's my.
You got a
healer's
healer's
wounds.
kit from Wolf, Gulchral. Yeah, everybody's had a long rest.
Everything should, be restored.
Everything about your character should be ready to go.
Okay.
And I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna run this reminder by you. I have 1 inspiration point left. I don't know.
I have one.
I
Um,
have 2, and I've been saving them.
Just FYI, guys. Remember that we have those.
Yeah.
Because Roll20 seems like it's gonna be a bitch tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Just a tiny bit. All right.
So, one thing that we're gonna probably have to decide relatively quickly is whether or not we want to stay together or split up, as well.
All right. Well,
So that we'll have
Fiona
to wait until
is
we see the battlefield.
hard on the split up thing because she wants to go away from the group. So she's gonna she may not speak out and say she's planning to go away from the group, but she will urge toward if we split up, we'll be able to
we'll have
surround
to-
her more.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll have to
And
wait until we see the
yeah,
map.
we're getting a little heavy on the
Keep in
table
mind-
talk.
I know, but just keep in mind
you
that
don't-
if you separate from the group, it will be harder to
I
get
thought that was a conversation we were having. I'm sorry. That's not
Ghost
table
doesn't
talk.
like-
That's something
Ghost doesn't
Fiona
like
would
a
go
lot of-
for.
Ghost doesn't like a lot of table talk, but I'm doing it because if one of you dies on my watch, I will feel terrible, and chat might kick me out of the universe forever.
Let's
Kick
say
you out.
he's
You're
most
out of the
likely to be the one
universe.
that kills
I need
people.
to
Get out of here.
All right. So you're moving through the tunnel, which quickly turns pitch black. Luckily, some of you have dark vision, and oh my goodness, I'm putting you away, chat.
See, chat agrees.
No, you'll be my
You'll be the
hero
hero
unless
if we
Mazu
die.
dies. Then Pepe W.
We love you, people. Go away.
Okay, go away. The only chat I want to see is my chat with Vinyl. There we go. Once again, thank you, Vinyl, for helping to organize all the bits redeems. Much appreciated. It's really, really, really
You are a
helpful.
choice.
We would not be able to do this without you. So, let me just so you're in this tunnel here. There are a couple lanterns that you can light along your way to light your path a little bit, and I'm just going to pull down. There we go, so chat can see this this battle map a little bit here. Zoom that out a bit. That's pretty small. That's pretty much all of it, though. Actually, that's pretty good right there.
Apparently, the Winds of Chaos thing is still showing to the stream, according to Leader. So
Nope, not anymore. Shouldn't
Okay.
be now. I'm watching the stream preview. It looks fine.
Okay. There.
Okay.
Yeah, thankfully you got it.
All right. Yeah. No problem, Leader. Right. So you light a few lanterns in here along your way. And you had sent Ikari ahead. Is that correct?
Yeah, so as long as Ikari stays within 100 feet of me, he can communicate with me telepathically. So I'm gonna send him about 100 feet ahead just to keep an eye out, because then we have that extra little bit of warning if he sees something. But I'm gonna keep him inside the tunnel for the time being, because I don't want him to go out and get shot or something before we're in
Excellent.
position.
Yeah. All right. Could you please roll a perception with Ikari?
Okay, and so I forgot this earlier, but Ikari gets advantage on perception.
Why?
Confirm, because it's one of his skills.
Okay.
So he has keen senses. He has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, hearing, or smell.
Okay. And this
I'm
one will
assuming.
write on
does.
Oh, wow.
Great. So 14 was the best one. Still kind of mid-ground.
14. Okay. So Akari is able to detect not a terrible amount of detail, but Akari is able to detect some movement, multiple sort of footsteps on this side of the underground stream. The bubbling and the rushing and the lapping of the waves in the underground stream is kind of interfering with his ability to fully make out what it is that's walking around on the other side. But there's definitely something across these two footbridges,
Okay. But he
and
can't
it's moving
see,
towards you. Can't see.
he can't see what it is.
Not
Okay.
at this
So
stage. Yeah.
Ephema will warn the rest of the group that there's something moving on the other side of the bridges, so we might want to hug.
What happened to your voice, Ephema?
I was not speaking in character. Thank you, GM. We may want to hug these walls so that nothing can see us on the other side of the bridges.
Ghost, you gloating for the fact that you made her do that voice. Just I,
Whatever. These little can I ping these? Do they go all the way up to the roof, or like would Akari be able
Yes.
to land so there's nowhere for Akari to land over there?
Not from like an upper perch. Yeah.
maybe from a
He would have
ledge
to, he would
of
have to land on
the
floor
wall or
kind of
something
thing.
where
Yeah.
there's a jagged rock sticking out.
Yeah, he could
Yeah.
like cling to the wall kind of thing.
No, I don't. If there's no place for him to shelter, I think she would have him come back for now because she doesn't want him
So-
to get shot.
I don't know if this is possible, but so DM, this is up to you. But what Foodle wants to do as soon as Ephema mentions movement on the other side, he wants to hold his attack if he sees until he sees an enemy. He's just gonna
Kiona
freeze in place.
Okay.
is
Well, I'll
likewise
give you.
when she mentions
Yeah, I'll give you all a round to like move and position
get
yourselves
to
if
that
you want
point.
to. Yeah, because you've detected these
Oh.
as whatever it is sort of coming towards you. So you have
Right.
this
We have
opportunity
time.
to
Oh,
Yeah.
position
okay.
yourselves.
All right, so Foodle's gonna try to sneak and hide and get like maybe a sneak shot or something.
So where is he gonna hide? And
He's
just
gonna
to
hide.
reiterate, these are basically like pillars going straight up to the ceiling. Like
Right.
all this kind of stuff here.
He's gonna sort of crouch down and whisper to Stefan. Stefan, can I hide where you're standing? Maybe you could scoot back a bit.
Yes, Mr. Fiddle. I'll do that right away. He sort of scoots
Thank
back
you.
here.
And Foodle's gonna ready his musket. Looking out this way.
All right. Yeah. So Foodle, you're now under partial cover, so you'll get +2 AC from that position. Just to let you know.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Kiona is she is gonna look at the group and she's gonna be like, well, y'all, I'm gonna go down this path and try to come at them from another angle. She can see that this path doesn't end in complete darkness. It's maybe a little bit of glowy something at the other end. There's nothing obviously that it may be the end of it may be a dead end. But she is assuming that there's going to be an outlet down this other path because the light isn't quite as dark as she would expect it to be. I'm gonna go down this way and see if I can round them off over here.
I actually want to go around behind here and see if I can like park myself like at the like right I'm in this square, but I guess I kind of want to be in this square, like right behind this little outcrop here. So
Sure.
I'm under partial cover.
Yeah, I couldn't quite get the grids to line up. This map frustrated me a bit.
It's
But-
okay.
Oh, sorry.
As long as you
This
know
is
what
close
I'm going
enough.
for. I'm going
Yeah.
for like the partial cover of this lip here. Because I have a pretty wide range, so I think I'll be.
Yeah, now this is solid right here.
Okay.
Right.
But if I can always move out, shoot that way, and then move back, or shoot down that way. So I think this
Are
gives
you
me a
able
pretty
to
wide
do
range.
like break up your movement into two different
Yes.
move actions in D&D?
In D&D 5th, you can, because you can actually do things like move and hit and then move again. Like if you have 2 attacks, you can move to the nearest person and attack them, and if you kill them, you can move to the next one and attack. You can
Okay.
do things like that. How
Okay.
you break up your turn doesn't so much matter as long as you don't exceed the things that you can do, basically.
Right.
Okay. All right. We have Mazra and Goldrill yet to set themselves up. Gonna do a couple
Oh.
of things. All right, Goldrill. Remember, this is one round, so you got 1 movement, 1 action, and 1 bonus action. Okay, first pillar. Okay. So Goldrill then position there. Anything coming in this direction, you're under, I forget what exactly it's called, but you're under the stage of cover where you get like +5 AC. You're under like heavy cover, whereas anything coming from this direction, you're in partial cover, which is +2 AC, and anything coming from this direction, you're not under cover at all.
Oh.
More damage on ranged attack. What does that mean? Is that a monk thing? Can't say thing. Okay. No problem. Hold action.
Very
Attack
cool.
anything
Are we,
that is a
like-
known threat, aka wild animals or reaver orcs. Okay.
Are we like setting up held actions and stuff? Because if we
If you
are,
want
then
to.
I would hold an Eldritch Blast in
Okay.
case something. Like if I
Okay.
if I see the others attack and there's something in my range, then I will Eldritch
Okay.
Blast.
Now, how much of your movement did you use up to get into that position? Pursuant to our
Probably
last
all of it.
conversation. Okay. So you wouldn't be able to move in order to take advantage of that.
No,
full
if you're
action,
holding
but-
an action, you can't anyway.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
only hold an
Basically
action
a
if you
reaction,
can't
right?
hold.
Yeah, it's a
So-
reaction. Yeah, held action is
So
like to spend a reaction to do something.
I'm probably unlikely to hit anything this round, but because Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, it doesn't harm me to hold it as an action. If you hold a spell, a leveled spell as an action, and you don't release the action, you still use the spell.
Right.
So held actions that are spells can be risky, but if it's
Okay.
a cantrip, it's fine.
Yes, that's right, Goldrill. That's right. And Mazra, what are you up to? What are you doing here?
She's gonna try to move over here. So she can kind of see. You said they're kind of over.
They're somewhere on the far side.
Over there somewhere, like somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
she'll
could
kind
be-
of hide.
They could be up here, they could be down here. Well, you're not sure.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll hide over there just to give her a chance to get a view on them to see. And hopefully keep herself a little bit hidden, kind of. And she'll like press herself up close to the rock. And I think what I do is just ready her crossbow, probably.
Okay. All right. I would like everyone to please roll initiative,
Oh.
just so we can get that out of the way. Remember to right click your
No.
your token.
Oh, right.
We'll keep the 16.
I can edit it. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, I don't. I always forget that anyway. Jeez, I thought Kiona's roll was mine. I was like, no.
I thought that might be one of
Jeez,
you
Afima.
guessed that, and I was like, nope, it's all good. It's Kiona. She's distracted. Of course she is. She's always distracted.
Poor Kiona.
Dima with the big rolls. Goldrill got it.
Well, I don't use
Five,
Roll20 very often, so it's trying to entice me into
six. Yeah, no
using
kidding.
it.
Oh yeah, it's good. This one, you know, the first one's free, right?
Right.
I got my snacks. I'm doing proper D&D here.
Hey, there we go.
That's the way to do it. I
What are
was
you
just telling
snacking
the
on?
Flutter Hubs how we used to do that with the Doritos and the soda, the Mountain Dew, and the pizza. Yeah.
Nice.
It's the bloody GM roll.
Gosh, I hope we can do that together one day. Like,
Wouldn't that be
Oh, that would be
amazing
so
if we could all
awesome
get
to do
together and do an actual live session? Oh my
I
god.
hope we could
Yeah.
get Final to do a like non-streamed private session. Maybe she'd be more willing if it wasn't on
I
stream.
know the girls will totally support you in that, Final. Despite what the boys gonna do.
that'd
Okay.
be so cute.
What do you mean,
give
despite
her a
what the
chance
boys
to
will
stream.
do? Judgy.
Listen, we know
Yeah,
y'all.
what?
Despite what the boys.
What do you mean?
What?
Girls'
What is
Night Dragon
this?
fight.
What is this?
I like that.
All right, friends. So I rolled some perception for what's coming down the pipe, and they do hear some rustling. You hear the footfalls ahead of you. You start to hear it now. What Akari was hearing, and you hear they suddenly come to a stop. You hear some whispering in Orcish up ahead, and then the sound of weapons being drawn and readied. And you see sort of emerge carefully from the shadows. Oop. Boop. 1, 2, 3.
Oh gosh.
See 3 Orcish shapes sort of emerge from the shadows. Now, if I look at the rulers, Mazur, did you ready in action?
Yeah.
Did you?
I think she had. I think
Wait.
I think all she did was she readied her crossbow. I don't know if that counts as like
Oh.
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah, that does
readying
not
to
count.
shoot it. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Goldrill, I don't know if you have line of sight there. Kiona, you do not have line of sight there. But Mazra and Afima, you do have line of sight on this guy right here.
Are those
Foodle
round
does as well.
wood-looking
Foodle does as
things?
well.
The round
Goldrill, yeah,
wood-looking
you have line of sight on the one up top. Sorry, what?
The round wood looking things where the orcs are those platforms like above
No,
them or
they're switch tracks for mine carts on the map.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay,
that's
I
just flat ground.
Sure,
Yeah.
okay.
Ghost. Does
Yeah.
Foodle have line of sight on both, or the front, or the back, or
Who does Foodle have?
like obviously not this one. This one's blocked, but like of these two.
The heck is this? Sorry, my phone just went crazy, and sometimes I'm responsible for all the time I'm responsible for the coverage at work. So I was just making sure that wasn't. Yeah, you can have line of sight because you're pretty close to the edge of this, so like you could pop around the corner.
Okay.
And take a shot. So I'll call that line of sight. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess my action.
Well, hold
my
on,
shot's
hold
gonna
on, hold
fire.
on, hold on.
Oh, okay.
This
My
pillar
trigger-
by Mazra.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you only have line of sight on the back one.
Okay. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. The angle's not
Yeah.
quite right for the front one. Okay.
Yeah, the front one is not quite right.
My trigger was that when somebody else fired, so I won't shoot first.
And Goldrill, yes, you can shoot the top guy. You do have line of sight on the top one.
All right.
All right, so
my-
Goldrill, yeah, we'll resolve in whatever order that people do because we're
my
not quite in
God.
initiative just yet. Jeez.
That's some freaking
Yes,
damage.
Poodle.
Also, that's a 16. Because it was a held action.
That's right. Yeah, so you took some time to aim. Jeez. Okay.
Just on mine later. You can
Just
read
on
it
yeah,
there.
he has a special sight on his
Yeah,
his
was that
weapon.
from Shiraz? I can't remember, but somebody.
That was from
thought that
somebody.
was really
Somebody
cool.
redeemed that one.
Yeah.
Goldrill,
Yeah.
you hit this orc in the front right here, for a healthy amount of damage. The crossbow bolt sticks into his side, and he grunts and doubles over, in pain. Yes, it does hit. Oh yeah, you have bonus damage, right? Frick me, 4 extra damage. He is looking extremely hurt. Yeah. He sort of crumples to one knee. And as he crumbles to one knee, it clears the way for Foodle's shot. Foodle sees his shot and takes it. The musket cracks and reverberates and echoes painfully in your ears in the cramped confines of this cave for such a concussive explosion of gunpowder to bounce off the walls there. Strikes this one in the back, and immediately the musket ball hits it in the head, and the orc's head snaps back, and he sinks to his feet and then crumples to the floor, dead in one shot.
Are both of these guys dead?
The one in the back is dead. The one with the red X is
Oh
dead.
my
All right.
Christ,
I rolled a
Poodle.
21 to hit, the same one that Goldrill hit. And I rolled shit on my damage die, so it's only 3.
3 is enough, yeah. With the amount of damage Goldrill did, jeez, yeah, you just paper this guy right away.
We're like, fuck you, roll 20.
as
It
he-
doesn't
as
take
he
me through that.
crumples down to the ground,
the
bracing
jobbers,
himself
though.
up, holding on to the crossbow bolt with one
These are the
hand.
jobbers.
He gets up, just growling, pulls the crossbow bolt out of its side, and then hit by this blast of magical energy that knocks him clear off his feet, onto his back, hits the ground. We are in initiative order. And the first up, I'm just cleaning out the orcs off the initiative order. The first up is Ephema.
This orc isn't even gonna get a turn.
All right. So I see that passage is clear.
Oh shoot, hold on. Well, I didn't do. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Not on the ruler.
What is what everybody's saying when the DM says, "Oh shoot, hold on."
No, sorry.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
Ephema, what's your dexterity bonus?
2 plus 2.
2? Okay. Yep, it's still your turn. I forgot Stefan, so it's a good thing.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because I don't think I can see this guy otherwise. So I just kind of dart from cover to cover, and I'm gonna blast this guy. That probably isn't gonna hit. That's a 9.
That does not hit, no.
All right.
The blast just sort of skips off the rock wall, past his head. Stefan pulls out his harmonica, and he hits a tune. Oh my god, I cannot believe I'm about to do this. Jay Chili, I hope you're still in chat. Chonkachu, where are you? Come on home and get this big ol' stew. Big ol' stew, big ol' stew. Chonkachu, I choose you. You're the only one that carry us through. So come on home and get this big ol' stew. And Foodle, you get one T6 for Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you, Jay Chili.
Oh my god.
That was amazing. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe Call, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying,
That
as
was
Foodle's
amazing.
reloading his rifle, he's gonna, and the music starts, he's gonna turn in rapt attention and awe at Stefan. That's amazing.
What music, what wonder do I hear from the yonder?
Chonkachu. Somebody in chat post the clip of for anybody who doesn't get the reference, post the clip of Jay Chili's freestyle Chonkachu rap. All right. And with that is Stefan's turn. He's actually just gonna stay undercover. Culture is gonna look back confused as to why his ears are being harmed by this random racket that started playing. No kidding. And it is Foodle's turn.
Okay. Foodle. Yeah, Foodle's gonna reload his musket. and that's it.
Okay. Staying in position.
Yeah. And Kiona's up, right?
No. But
Oh.
from behind this rock here, an orc comes charging out, one of the reavers, across the bridge, doing its full 60 feet of movement. But these orcs have an ability called aggressive, where they can take their full movement into melee range with an enemy and attack in the same turn. So you just hear this charging around the corner, comes straight across the bridge, great axe hafted over its head, and chops down at Mazra. I'm just going to take a moment to clear my drawing. Okay, so... $16, does it hit? Look at that, everybody's video quality is suddenly better.
Oh, good.
Yeah. 16, does it hit?
Yep.
Okay. I need to...
Oh, God.
Why does my phone keep...
I can see guys' ears peeking up over the camera.
She's literally on my mouse pad, so I had to move my mouse off my mouse pad.
That's amazing.
3.
That's her cushion. What are you talking about? It's not for your mouse.
Yeah, the problem with this... Oh, no.
And Mazra
Mazra takes 12 damage. You're caught off guard. You weren't expecting this. You thought that you had a beat on all the orcs, and all of a sudden, around the dead bodies of his fallen allies, this thing just charges across the bridge, screaming like a madman at you, and chops down at you, hitting you in the shoulder. Spray of blood. Your armor manages to stop your arm from being like completely lopped off, but there's a spray of blood as you just take that hit from the orcish great axe.
Just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound.
I don't need more of my arm wooden already.
No kidding. No kidding. Kiona, you're up.
Kiona
With
will
Mazra up next.
have her crossbow at the ready. She will move out. I think to she's not gonna know until she gets to hear to see that Ephema is close, but Ephema knows her shenanigans 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So she is going to aim her crossbow at the dude that just charged Mazra and take a shot.
Okay. 12. It doesn't hit.
Whatever, Gold Girl.
Doesn't.
Of course it doesn't. Because she was aiming at the guy out in front first, and then she saw that guy and swung her bow over.
Right.
The bolt skips off the hardened studded leather shoulder pauldron that the Reaver's wearing, and you just hear a little tink as it bounces off this wall, and then a little ploosh as it falls in the rushing river water.
The ploosh.
Bonus action?
No, not at the moment.
And you're so distraught at seeing this because you can't see Mazra, and it looked like a big hit, and when the axe comes back, it is like slick with blood. And you're so overcome and distraught.
I just realized what
you
you're
feel
doing.
this wild magic energy surge, and as it surges, you have.
I know. I said I was like, Ephema knows what she's handling here.
And
so.
as the magic surges out of you, you have visions of kangaroos and koalas, because this wild magic surge is brought to you by Mr. Marbles himself, Billy Rids.
Billy
Hey,
Rids.
Thank you, Billy Rids,
but
for the wild magic surge. 45. What did Billy win?
The surge table is
Cast levitate.
you cast
on
levitate.
yourself.
I'm floating. I am now officially a floating gnome in the caves.
That seems good.
How
against
long does
these melee
levitate
dudes.
I
last?
mean, it's
Oh
not
my god, I
bad.
don't even know.
It's
about
not
that. Hold on, I need
bad.
to look up the spell.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it out to you. Its duration is concentration, so you need to concentrate on maintaining it. And it lasts up to 10 minutes.
So
one creature object of your choice that you can see within your range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. The spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. You weigh less than that as a gnome. You weigh somewhat less than that. An unwilling creature, that's not you, so we'll skip that. The target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach. So you're in like zero gravity right now.
Yeah, you can move
You're
up and down.
You're in zero G.
By thinking about it, but in order to move
laterally, you need to
It'll like
okay.
push off the cliff wall. Oh
Which
my
allows
God.
it to move as if it were climbing. You can change the target's altitude by 20 feet in either direction on your turn. That's the altitude, that's up or down by 20 feet. If you're the target, you can move up or down as part of your move. Otherwise, you can use your action to move the target, which must remain within the spell's range. When the spell ends, the target floats gently to the ground if it is still aloft. So you're basically in zero G, but you can control your altitude.
Yeah, but Kiona has no idea what's going on. This spell casts itself on herself, and if it's that much of the it lasts only for concentration, Kiona has no idea what the spell is. She's not going to be concentrating on it. She will levitate into the air and then probably just fall back to the air.
Don't do that with I'm gonna veto that. Don't do that with Billy's Redeem. No.
I'm No, I mean,
no,
feel
you're
like
holding
that's
on.
what would
No, you're
happen, no?
you're holding
Okay,
on
she's
to
I
it.
think all
You're
you have
holding
to
on
do.
to it.
I think all you
Billy
have to
paid
do
800
to maintain-
bits.
I think all you have to do to maintain concentration is like think about the spell. So as long as she's
Yeah,
thinking
as long as you're not,
about
as long as you
that
don't
she's
take damage, you
flying.
don't need to roll anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess, yeah, all right,
'Cause
all
you can
right.
even cast non-concentration spells while you're concentrating on a spell. It's not hard to focus on a spell, really.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll call the ceiling height. You're in a cavern, so it's not gonna be high. We'll call it 15 feet is the ceiling height. It's a rough ceiling, so you can easily grab a hold of it and find
Shaz
places
is
to grab and kick off of.
Casting the hell out of you already.
I know.
No, I'm sorry.
800 bits down the
No,
drain.
I just
Sorry,
don't
Billy.
know. Like, this is how wild magic works. It casts things that you don't know. So,
Yeah.
okay.
I
All right,
appreciate
well
I
then-
appreciate the role play, but we are gonna meta it just for that.
For the rest of the turn, she's just stunned there,
Okay.
floating in the air.
Okay. Yep. You have no more actions anyway, so you're good. Mazra and then Goldrill.
So, can I do a cantrip and attack in the same turn?
No. Unless the cantrip's action says that you cast it as a bonus action or instantaneous or as a
Yeah.
reaction.
No.
You're muted, Megan, but that's the gist of it
I'm
anyway.
saying the same thing that Ghost is
Yeah.
saying. If
Yeah.
the cantrip says that it's a bonus action, then yes. If they both say one action, then no.
No, so it makes it kind of useless. So she's just gonna try to shoot with her crossbow and then use her cunning action to disengage. So
Yep.
if she does that, I'm assuming she won't provoke an attack.
Well, you get it. You provoke an attack of opportunity per our house rules if you're making a ranged attack at point blank range.
So you should disengage first with your cunning action.
Yeah, but she's gonna disengage all the way on the other side of the fucking cavern. Like
okay,
she's,
but you can.
she will die if she gets hit again.
Okay, listen to me. You can disengage, move part of your movement, shoot, and then continue the rest of your movement action. That's better than getting the op attack on you.
Yeah. That's the last of the table talk, by the way. But that's okay.
Well, I just wanted Mazra to know that the order of operations matters in this case.
Yeah.
So if I move like,
even if you move one square back, you're out of op attack range.
okay,
And then you can do the rest of your movement.
okay. Of course. So
Oh, jeez.
if you're disengaging, so
Man,
does
come
she get
on.
to? Does she get to move? My character is useless. So anyway, if she is disengaging and she gets to do just her regular movement.
Yep. Yep. Disengage just means that you
That's
can
the
move out of threat
feature.
range without provoking an opportunity attack.
It's a feature of your class that you can disengage as a bonus action.
Yep.
Most people have to spend an action on it.
Yep.
That's what the cunning
There,
action.
that's my turn.
Okay. Goldrill. Yeah, well, Mazra probably can't maintain it.
It's not. Yeah, it's not safe for Mazra to stay close by.
So I move, and with my sword now in hand, I take a defense stance and attempt to punch him in his ugly face. So we're an unarmed strike. 18 to hit, 5 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, so you cover Mazra's disengagement and escape, and as it's sort of moving to follow after Mazra, in comes your right hook and just boom, hits it in the jaw, and its stars explode before the orc's eyes, and the Reaver sort of shakes its head and turns and glares at you, but it doesn't get a turn. This orc gets a turn. So 5, 10, it starts charging, 15, 20, 25,
This poor
30,
ignored orc that was back
40,
there.
45, 50, 55, just charges, boom, right into Ephema.
Why are you making these motions? It's gonna
Listen,
hit me.
I didn't realize because Liz, I have my character selected, which has those 3 little rings above it, and Ephema is underneath one of them. I didn't even realize that Ephema was there.
Easily
Well,
avoided.
The enemy
Easily
only sees me
avoided.
hitting when it's me. Like,
Oh.
Right.
I know. You always take like a really big hit. It's
There
oh
are
man.
these like swirls of shadows around Ephema's form, and they seem to deflect the blow.
Yeah, just sort of the axe is just knocked just a few degrees off course and just whacks into the stone ground. And
I love getting Goldrill's like inner monologue, you know, in his head. It's great. Like what
Yeah.
he's thinking about.
I agree. I think that's fabulous.
Yeah, that's great.
Is it me?
not quite yet. There's another one that there he is. Charges around, and I'll just draw the course that he ran. Charges around here, across the bridge, right up in Kiona's grill. And
Sees
same
Kiona
thing.
like taunting the orc that runs past her and goes.
Yeah.
to-
And then she turns around. There's another one just
There's another
right in her
one.
face. Just chop. So I just realized
Oh,
I never
a 10.
started my music for the night. Sorry,
Does
Jack.
not
Oh my
pass.
goodness.
Does not pass.
What's your
Really, 15
He's
AC.
smaller. My armor class is 13.
Then that hits
That
you.
passes.
Oh, really? It's a 10. Oh,
It's a-
I'm
it's a
sorry. I
15.
saw the 10 and not the 15. I'm sorry. The dice
freaking
roll,
order
not the
was?
bonus.
'Cause I think mine
Sorry.
is high
It
for
does.
level
It
3,
does.
and that would hit me.
I'm bad. I'm
Man,
sorry.
Just
I
the
was like, what
reaction.
kind
I
of
looked at the dice roll.
sorcerer?
I'm sorry. I looked at the dice roll.
No, that doesn't hit me, even though it does.
I could use my shield. It depends on how hard it might hurt. Or does it? Can I do
Well,
that?
no, you have to decide
It's
that
a
before
reaction.
the damage is rolled.
Yeah.
You have to decide.
Yeah, but
whether
you
you're
have to
using that
decide
now.
before he rolls the damage.
All right, I'll use the shield. God, fuck.
Okay, the attack doesn't hit. Mark off a spell slot for that.
All right.
Yeah, so this as you're like doing this whole thing, you turn and look. There's an orc right in your face, mid swing, chopping down at you, and you just kind of like, ah! and instinctively your taunting motion turns into like a one of these, and just pang, the axe blade reverberates off of this invisible barrier. Oh, should I roll damage to see what would have happened? I don't know. Let's find
It
out.
wastes a roll.
That would have been 8 damage. That would have hurt a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
have hurt
A little
Okay.
bit.
Ephema, you're up.
I do not.
Oh wait, you
Uh,
did use a level 1 spell there.
Oh yeah, you have to roll.
Yeah, roll your
if you
wild
search.
magic.
That's D20, right?
Yeah.
Yep, roll a
He's
d20.
probably gonna make you use one from the bank
Nope.
anyway.
Okay, Ephema, you're up.
Afima is a warcaster, so she is going to point blank Eldritch Blast this bitch in the face, and it will not get her an op attack. That is a 16 to hit.
Which one? The one that you're
One
facing?
Just tried to punch me.
Which one? The one that you're right in front of, or the one that's 30 feet away on the other side of a rock?
Do you have that feat that we talked about where you don't provoke an attack of
I
opportunity?
literally just said yes.
Excellent.
I am a warcaster, so I do
Excellent.
not get an op attack. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
What's with the ones? That's 3 damage.
Wow. Oh,
To the face.
doesn't reduce him to 3 hit points. No, you're not that lucky. All right, Stefan's turn with Foodle up next. Stefan continuing to shut up. I'm putting you away.
The list of chats that Shiraz has sent in the last minute.
Frickin' Shiraz just
Shiraz looks in chat all night.
Shiraz,
for these
please come and
moments.
play with us.
What was it even doing? Oh yeah, Stefan. He's continuing to play on his harmonica, the Chunkachu song, beefing Foodle up. Normally this is against the rules, but because they were both bits redeems, we'll do it this way. He changes tune to another song, hits a note on the harmonica. Please, Flutter. No rush, it's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. All right.
So good. He's so good.
Smoke leaf in the morning, smoke leaf in the evening, smoke leaf at supper time. When smoke leaf is in Foodle's bag, it's smoke leaf all the time.
Oh my god.
Foodle gets an additional D6
Holy shit.
to use.
That's amazing.
I love that. Was a beautiful little smoke
That was
ditty.
the first one was brought to you
was
by
amazing.
J Chili and Snoz, and this one is brought to you by Snoz Solo.
Fantastic.
gosh.
Thank you, Snaz.
Foodle,
for
Foodle,
the
Foodle, you're up.
morning.
Normally you
Uh,
can't
Amazing.
stack
Has a
Bardic
clear shot
Inspiration
at the
this
guy
way.
that-
Gotcha,
But
you can't
because
stack it.
yeah, you can't
Okay.
stack it normally, but because these are
Okay.
bit redeems, we'll allow it.
Foodle has a clear
Oh.
shot at the guy beside me, just so you know, before Ghost mutes me forever.
Um,
Look at his face. He's
Right.
like, I can't believe you just did that.
Stop coaching.
I'm not
Well-
coaching, I'm desperate to not die.
yeah, that's coaching. It's fine. I love you.
Foodle's so far back here. Alright,
What's your range, though?
25.
Oh, never mind. You have a clear shot, but you're too far away.
I know. I'm
She'd
so
call
far
us
away.
if we were doing something stupid too, though.
Oh, sorry, my range is like 100 feet. I thought you were talking about my movement.
Because the
I'm
people
fine.
that are the 2 orcs that are over here, you have a clear shot. You don't. I
Yeah.
guess you probably wouldn't be able
you
to shoot one of
only
them,
have a clear shot at the top one.
But you
Yeah.
have it.
The other
What
one,
Foodle
the other
wanted
one
to
you're,
do
you're
was move
shooting
around
through.
here, but
Right.
anyway. But he can't make it. So, okay. Alright, so Foodle is going to give Stefan a wink and move up here.
And a
5,
kiss, a
10,
kiss you.
15. I doubt we've got time for that in the middle of battle, but maybe I'm not. Well, actually, you probably could, right? You probably could. That's true. That's true. No, he's gonna move up here. He's gonna move
Uncle,
here.
I've met a man.
Oh my god. And he is gonna take a shot with his reloaded gimbal shot at this dude right here.
All right.
Oh my god.
Jeez. All right. So you
God.
cannot use your bardic inspiration for damage. So that's gonna stay as.
Oh shoot! Sorry, Ghost. I don't know if I still can because I got distracted by thinking about kissing Stefan. But I was supposed to cast.
I want Poodle to kiss Stefan now. At some
I was
point,
supposed to
we
cast
need to do
Hunter's
it.
Mark on this guy before I shot.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know.
post Hunter's Mark in chat, and we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if I can allow that.
I just can't. That was.
Oh, can you post the text in chat?
does it
There
do?
should be like a little
Oh,
word
right.
bubble that you can click on.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, I just need to see
That's
if you
right,
need to
that's
cast
right,
it
Stu,
before.
go to the
One.
spells.
He would have been able to cast it before if we hadn't distracted him.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
but he didn't.
Oh wait, hold on. This thing.
There you
Frick,
go.
Stop clicking Hunter's Mark. There we go. Jeez.
Okay. Choose a good-
Sorry.
They need- Shiraz,
Until
they
the
need
spell
to
ends, you
learn.
deal 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon attack. And you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival check.
Mm.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
It's just 5 extra
Yep.
damage, you know.
Yep.
Right.
It's
Okay.
just 5 extra damage.
Just 5.
Okay.
All right. So
Uh,
Poodle says, "Get away from my friends!" and he casts the Hunter's Mark. and-
Boom, and
Shot.
the musket ball hits into his shoulder, severs the strap holding down its armored pauldron, and it flies off as a sort of a spurt of blood, and leather scraps just sort of fly out everywhere. Makes that face that Flutter just made.
And then-
Listen,
Almost gonna
sometimes
move
I
around that
feel
way.
a moment where I need to
Right.
reenact the thing that's being said.
And then it's this guy's turn, and you feel coming down in the direction that the stream is flowing from north to south. You feel this
Oh,
cold,
wind.
frigid
Fuck.
breeze blow down the tunnel, carrying with it the smell of
Oh,
burnt
God.
hair.
Oh no.
That
say
burnt
glow-
hair smell is
glowworm.
going to become part of Kiona's nightmares. Just
Oh man,
that.
that was going to be one of our warm-up questions. Is what is a recurring nightmare for your character?
The burnt
I think,
smell now.
I think
That's
all
it,
of
the
you.
burnt hair
I think
smell,
I've
that's
given
it.
all of you recurring nightmares. I think we all know what they are.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call this one of Glowworm's banked major mutations from the charity stream. All
Hold
of
on,
our
hold on,
banked
wait.
major mutations
Hold on.
do come from the charity stream. Oh. Headphones.
Listen, okay, when I realized that
Yes,
nobody
Rachel.
else has had the disruption of not being able to hear anything that they are supposed to be hearing.
All right, yeah. So
Were you?
this
I can
cold
hear you.
wind
Okay.
buffets the back of this orc right up here facing Goldrill, and suddenly it kind of its head snaps back and its body begins to jerk. It's like it's mutating into some sort of werewolf, right? And all of a sudden its muscles bulge like Bane in the Batman comics, and its muscles just bulge up. The one that is in melee range with you.
Of course.
And it just bulks up, and pretty soon it just grows, and Goldrill's standing there like watching it just increase in height and width, and suddenly you're facing down this gigantic orc, and similar to the other one, the straps holding on its shoulder pauldrons just strain and then finally just snap loose, and its armor just sort of falls off. Its pants rip a little bit in an Incredible Hulk style way. Not anything that would violate TOS, of course, like in the old Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk show.
Yo, that
you know?
that show terrified me when I was a child.
I
Let's-
love that show. Wolf, didn't you meet Lou Ferrigno?
It was at a convention for like 1 second.
I remember. I
Oh,
remember.
That's so cool,
ages
though.
ago, you sent me.
No,
You sent me
that
a
dude was my
photo that you
nightmares
snapped
for
of him.
like at least 10 years.
It was a long time ago though.
You can't use your inspiration to do that.
I used to have nightmares about the Hulk chasing me and my grandmother. It was awful.
Goldrill, you cannot use your inspiration to turn into Goldzilla. So It's like the old Power Rangers cartoon shows. It's like,
Yes.
it's just big. All right. And it picks up holds its great axe, which is a big, hefty two-handed weapon. Now it's holding its great axe in one hand, just raises over its head and and I gotta make some quick edits. No. All right, and it chops this axe down on you. No, it does not generate. It does not incur an op attack when when it mutates.
Hey, I felt like that was a fair question. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the die roll was less than 15. Do you imagine a frivolous lawsuit?
Go!
Somebody sues Roll20 over their character dying. Oh my god, take 13
I want
damage.
to cosplay her so bad.
Just
Can I tell you, Sloth? Can we all just do the cosplay of the fucking... I'm sorry, that's...
Man, getting hit at low levels sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so used to watching Critical Role where they're like level 14 and they just shrug off 13 damage like it's nothing.
Yeah. No Goldrill. Take the 13. Kiona, you're up next.
There's generally no way to avoid taking damage unless you're a rogue and you can uncanny dodge. And then you don't
Kiona,
get to
then
avoid
Mazra.
damage, you just get to half it.
You're muted.
Am I?
No. Ro is. Or Flutter is.
I was gonna say.
No,
I
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. All right. I am going to... How do we count feet? Is it... I just don't... This is really...
5 feet per square.
All right. I'm going to count sleep. Do you see where I'm pointing here?
Yep.
So that it just hits these two and not us.
Yep. Well, hold up. Before you do that, which square?
It's getting sleepy in this game.
This one. That one.
This one. Okay. That would still hit you.
It would hit me.
Yeah.
How about that one? It would still hit me.
How does that
It's
still
fine.
hit you?
If it hits me, it's
I was
fine.
going
It's
from
gonna
the
hit them
wrong.
first.
I was going from the wrong square.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my
if-
god, Goldrill. It would hit Goldrill.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's 25 from Foodle. Okay. This is where I'm hitting it. This one right here. This square right here. Yeah.
Okay.
20. It might hit me, but if it does and it knocks me out, so be it.
It would hit Goldrill.
It would hit Goldro first?
It hits the lowest HP.
lowest
creature first.
HP.
It does. Son of a bitch.
Well,
Which
you can hope
that might be Goldrill. That might not be Goldrill.
standing near me has less HP than Goldrill, but then it might still hit Goldrill.
All right, if I hit it here. All right, this is it. This is the one right here on this side of the bridge.
Okay.
Y'all
There you
who
go.
bitch about coaching. This side of the bridge right here. This is where I hit cast it. If it hits them, great. If it hits me, fine. Whatever.
Can sleep affect you? Can you like cast sleep on yourself?
Spell
That's what I'm
sends
looking
creatures
up.
into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many? Blah blah blah. Starting creature has lowest current hit points. So
Right.
whoever has the lowest hit points, it might be me. It might be them.
Inch of fine sand.
That's right. I'm gonna reach into that little
right.
pouch
Hell
of
yeah!
sand
Sand.
that we got from underneath that stump, and I'm gonna toss that sand in the air.
All
and
right.
I'm gonna roll this sleep spell at level. Ooh, I can do it at level 1 or 2. Can I do that at level 2?
Before you roll the sleep spell,
Aw, son of a bitch.
make a d20 roll. Make 2 d20 rolls.
Oh my Christ.
Oh, good lord. What's in this damn bag?
Well, this is where we're gonna find out, apparently. Oreos are in that sandbag. That's right. We're gonna eat Oreos for dessert.
Fun fact, you guys: Oreos are dairy free.
Into the bag of sand that you found, and you shoot it out in this wide arc, and there's a crackle of magical energy, and then like a and the sand just impacts the orc in the face. It goes and it kind of sneezes a little bit. Your spell fails to cast.
What? I didn't even roll the spell. Did I roll the spell? I didn't even roll the spell.
Does she use the spell slot?
Yes.
Oh, I
Oh,
lose my
God.
spell slot and I don't even get
That's
my spell roll.
called one of your players in your party straight up fucked you.
Oh my
He-
Christ.
Straight up
He
fucked
did
you.
not.
Oh
He
my
did not
Christ.
intend.
And
He
doing
did
so-
not
He definitely didn't. He
intend.
definitely didn't.
He
No,
did
we
not
are-
intend for it to work this way. But
It
the
was
way,
Trippy sand, leader.
but the
So-
way, the
He
way
fucked
it's
himself.
worded, this is how it would work. This is completely not how he intended for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
What have
Clearly
you
didn't
done?
intend it because he's dying. He's
What have
dying
you
of
done?
laughter.
He
And
is.
So-
He's
dying
fucking
in
laughing at me
combat.
right now. So,
So Kiona's just floating, throwing sand down on people.
Fiona, roll
I
your,
found sand and I knew that this spell used sand and I thought, oh, this supple sand would be great for this spell. I thought maybe the supple sand would reach them just better.
Oh my goodness. This is like a perfect storm of the way things are written and the way you decided to do things. I was like, please no. Please no. Oh jeez. Roll
my
your
God, I'm gonna
d20.
die.
No,
Oh, Christ.
no, they don't know. They haven't spent time studying this. They had no idea what it even was. So
No, it was soft, beautiful, silky
Yeah.
sand that we
You need
peeled
to-
up.
you need
We
to
put
spend-
down just to.
Yeah, in order to find out what something like this does, you need to spend the time of a short rest concentrating on it.
And we
All right.
didn't because we didn't think about it.
All right,
And it was half hour before we were leaving.
When
that
Goldrill
was for
goes
your
down,
wild magic. A wild magic surge
Just
does not
remember,
happen off of that, but we
who's
do
called it?
have
A
a wild magic surge blanked,
do
and
have a
that
bank.
is
Yeah.
by snozberries. These
So this
snozberries taste like snozberries.
um,
What do we win?
this is a legitimate question.
Raspberries, you have won. Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage.
With
What?
no save.
Yes!
With no
Right.
save.
Holy shit!
If she does a spell and it doesn't go off with the wild magic, she still has to roll to see if she does a wild magic.
Yeah, she
thing.
expended the spell slot. Yeah.
So it's expending the slot that makes you do it. Okay.
I think
so wait, what did
I that's how I interpret it. So
right.
roll
Moment.
4d10.
Oh, up to
4d10.
3 creatures.
All right. It says
Thank God it's up to.
I know, because I was
of the
thinking,
3
shit, I'm gonna
creatures
get
you
bit.
choose. You choose within 30 feet of you. Okay. So 1, 2, and
Assuming
I
we're just
can't.
gonna
And
hit
we've
four.
established that on these things that you choose, you cannot choose yourself. Correct?
Why would you choose
Well, why
yourself?
would you?
It's up to
Because
3.
you don't want your own party to get hurt. That's why.
You wouldn't hurt your own party. There's
It's
3.
up to 3. You don't have to hit 3. You can hit just 2.
Why would you only hit just 2?
Because you don't have a third thing to spend it on.
Yes, you do.
Right?
No, that's 35 feet away.
Oh, is it within 30 feet?
I think it's within 30 feet.
It
You could
says
hit-
within 30 feet.
Yeah, so it's
Shiraz is screaming, Goldrill's within 30 feet.
You want to go there?
I'm not. No.
All right, yeah,
No.
so you
Can
don't
I
need to
choose
hit 3.
myself?
No,
Up
you
to
don't need to hit 3. You don't need to hit
It says
3.
up to 3, so I can hit these 2 here.
And that's
Yes,
it.
that's it.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to
Then-
hit a third one.
That's
Okay.
what I will do.
So roll 4d10 twice.
4d10 lightning damage. All right. For
Payback is a cruel mistress.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why? No, you can literally type /roll and then 4d10.
Whatever. I
Better
hit
this way.
that.
Stop making me do math. Stop
Lightning
it
strike.
says 21, that's 26. For this one in front of you, it fries. Roll. Okay, now type exactly what I tell you to. /roll space for the letter D 10. Do not make me do math again.
You can also
Y'all, you
just
thought
do-
you guys
use
were the
the
noobs. and
Advanced
here I
dice
am.
roller. It's a lot easier that way.
There we
Holy
go. 23 damage. Oh
That guy
man.
has to be dead. That guy has to be dead.
Absolutely fried. So this line of lightning instead of the
This
the
for
sand.
you, Bro. With your goddamn right there.
Look, maybe it's better that the sleep spell didn't work because you just blew
Oh.
the shit out of those guys. Like,
yeah,
they're-
these two guys, they're
horrid.
fried.
You did more to them with the
By the
wild
way-
magic surge than you would have with the sleep.
Oh my god, yeah. Much better.
Right.
Here's a question though. Is
Listen,
she
I
still
always
floating?
kill
Did
the
she do a
people on the
concentration
wild
check?
magic surge. It
when she
doesn't
took that hit?
happen when I want it to.
Oh,
It
that's right.
happens.
She took a. Well,
Oh,
did
yeah.
she take a hit?
Did she get hit?
Oh, did
she
she?
get
I
hit?
can't remember.
No,
I
she
thought
didn't
that-
get hit.
oh,
no,
She-
but-
she
but
didn't
it
get
missed,
that.
that's
You would
right.
have to do.
well, yeah, it missed.
hit her. No, it hit her.
She was
Uh,
floating around.
wait.
Or no, I don't know.
No, she used the shield to block
Oh,
the hit.
she-
I did use the shield the
That's
last
right.
time. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
They were attacking her toes and she shielded.
Mazra, you're
No
up.
idea what sand you're
Wait.
talking about.
Oh,
That sand, right there. That's
Mazra, then Goldrill.
Well, I guess Master will have to drink a potion because she's literally
Okay.
on death's door. So
Yep,
she'll
so that's your bonus.
she'll waste one of those potions she was given.
How many hit points does she have?
In
Just
total,
3 right now.
No, yeah, in
Oh,
total.
good lord.
15 because both times we leveled up, I rolled as bad as possible for my hit points.
Yeah.
Mazra has had
Rolled
the
a couple
worst hit
twos,
point
yeah.
level.
Poor Mazra. I've got double your HP. What the
Yeah.
I
crap?
know, right?
It's
Like,
roll-
that's-
it's
I
roll
feel like
20, it's
that's
roll 20.
awful. Like, why do I
That's
have that many hit
terrible.
points compared to them?
And
I
I actually rolled my hit points in D&D Beyond. So, because I made my character in D&D Beyond, so I knew I was doing it right. Because it won't let you do stuff that you can't do. on there.
What's the roll? I apologize, I forget.
2d4 plus 2. Just gonna pop out real quick while you're doing that and figuring your action. I'll be right back.
Why would he do that? He knows we're going to get distracted at the moment.
Yeah, quick. Ghost is gone. Everyone coach Mazra.
He either needs to use water or he's getting water. I don't know why he gets so mad at me coaching you guys because you're new to the game, but I guess it's because he wants you to learn.
No, I mean,
wants
but
you guys
it's
to learn
nice
how to
to
do
know that you can be like, I'm gonna move a little bit and do a thing and then move the rest of the way. That's really good to know. I didn't know I could do that.
That's something he wouldn't have known to tell you because you couldn't do that in D&D 3rd edition.
I mean, I think it's really handy to know that shit. Like, let's
Says,
talk
okay,
about
Mazra, it's time to run and let them fend for themselves.
it. Is at some point I want Mazra to do that just because she
The
should.
thing is, I
Because the rest of
Mazra-
us are idiots.
I feel like Mazra always tries to stay in the back, but somehow ends up in the front anyway.
Definitely. That's right, Goldrill. We overthrow Ghost as the DM. No, we won't do that. We
No,
love
because
Ghost.
the DM is a god. You can't overthrow a god.
Yeah. Well,
It's
here's
still
my
our
question.
game, though.
Leader, how much HP does Goldrill have? Like total? Because our two
22
frontliners, I feel like, have so little.
22
Like
is your
22.
max.
Oh, Shiraz has decided that you are the character
That's not
that
bad.
he is supporting.
Oh, maybe that is
if
bad.
Mazra lives, the rest can die. Shiraz does not care about anybody else in this party.
The person that Shiraz wants to live changes every week. Let's be honest.
It does. Actually, I feel like that's true.
It's brutal. No, Shiraz, I'm not gonna fight you because I know you. I
Alright.
really
Mazur, what's
I
the
love
call?
though that the sand was the thing though. The thing
So does that taking the potion counts as my action? So really, can I move and attack
Bonus
or just
action.
move?
Bonus action. Yeah, so you
Okay.
can move and attack.
And you'll get sneak attack because it's engaged with somebody else.
Well, yeah. Gotta see that move first. Wolf sits so still sometimes that I gotta like look at the ceiling fan to make sure that he isn't frozen.
right?
That's amazing.
So if I move like here, do I have line of sight?
Yep.
Okay, so she'll move there.
Yep.
And just try to crossbow again.
Yep. Yeah, that's hit. That hits, and you get your sneak attack damage as well. So roll an extra d6.
It's 2d6 now.
At level 3. Holy crap. Yep, go for it.
I
Go
mean,
for it, then.
it's like when you hit nice, but otherwise.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
nothing.
Rogues are all about that sneak attack.
Okay, geez, 10 damage in total. Yeah, so the crossbow bolt hits it in the side unsuspectingly. Goldrill, you're up. Find a way to pile on some damage, and you might actually win this thing. Bold all the way.
Always bold. I'm with you, friend.
All right, yeah. 8 damage. Anything else? Bold fits the mold.
It works though.
Okay. That's in that. Ephema, you're up. It is not dead, but it's looking hurt.
Alright. I'm gonna move that guy's dead, so I'm assuming I can move over him. 5, 10, 15. Do you feel like that's a clear shot, or should I move one more?
Move one more.
Alright. And then
No problem, Goldrill.
I'm gonna blast him.
Don't kill me without me.
19,
How many?
19 to hit.
That's a hit.
6 damage.
6 damage. Right. Describe for us this Reaver's death at your hands.
So Ephema is a little bit worried because she's been like boxed in by these orcs, but then Kiona just like fries the fuck out of them. So Ephema's like, "Good job, dear. You exploded at exactly the right time." And she just dashes out from behind the rock and skids to a stop on the bridge and sort of like thrusts her palm outward, and this laser beam just shoots straight into the eye of the orc that's fighting with Goldrill, and you see it just goes like straight through his eye and out the other side.
Mazra sees like a big scorch mark on the wall behind it. And yeah, the orc just slumps down dead.
When she makes the comment about "good job, dear,"
You exploded at just the
Kiona
right
is
time.
like, the internal moment where Kiona feels the magic come and go, and she knows that she might hit people she loves. That one little itty bitty bit, that shout from Ephema, makes her just have a moment, a surge of lovely, like, oh, I did a right thing. It's so nice. Like, just
Foodle's gonna look at Ephema and at the dead orc shot through the eye and sort of as sagely as he can say, "The eye will be closed. The eye will be closed."
It is an effective way to kill anything that keeps its brain in its head, that is for certain.
Foodle
What
will
a
nod.
statement.
Sorry, Goldrill, we killed
He's
you while you were
trying.
gone.
Look, he's trying to make the eye closing
We
thing
killed it.
a thing. All right, he's trying to.
no, Ephema killed it.
Is everybody all right now? I think Mazra took quite a hit at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Are you okay, dear?
Mazur doesn't say anything, she just looks pissed off.
Foodle's gonna kind of wander over.
Oh my god. Thank you
That's
for
beautiful.
clarifying that for us,
I love
leader.
it.
We really
It's good. It's good though. Thank you for that. I appreciate that comment, Goldrill. Please continue with such comments if you have to do it via text in the future. Tell us this honestly, because
my
I feel
goodness.
you when I
Oh
go with my
my
Bluetooth
goodness.
headphones to the bathroom when
When
people say
Mazra
Lord.
doesn't answer, Ephema will go over to Kiona, who I assume has drifted down to the ground now.
probably, yeah.
And she'll sort of pat her and she'll say, "Are you all right, dear? Did you get hit at all? Are you bleeding?"
I seem to be all right. Is whoever's on the other side of that column? Because she didn't see who was over there. She came this way before they came that way, and so she doesn't know who is up there. Are they okay?
I think Mazra was over there, and she doesn't seem to be talking at the moment. But I think if you want to go check on Godrill and Mazra, they were the ones who were over there.
All right. all right.
Foodle, while that's happening, Foodle's gonna walk over to Mazra and just look up at her and say, I'm glad you're okay. And then using sleight of hand, gonna try to slip a healing potion to her.
I love it. I love
All
it.
right.
Just be like, here, take this without anybody knowing I gave it to you. That's beautiful.
I
And
don't know
then
how
he,
this- maybe.
And then he kisses Mazra on the
I don't care if Mazra knows. I just don't want anyone else to know. Basically.
All
She
right.
would have
I
to
don't know.
know.
What is everybody else's passive perception?
Passive perception, 10.
Let's say
I'm
okay.
pretty sure mine is 10.
Yeah.
Mine is 11.
Yep.
So far, so good. Do I need to use some bardic inspiration?
I think Goldrill's is 12.
Oh.
passive perception.
Shit.
So on your character sheet, right under your skills, yeah, it's 12.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Goldrill does catch sight of that.
Dang. All right.
Unless you use a bardic inspiration. I think you can use it on a skill
No.
check.
Yeah, I don't know if Foodle cares.
But we don't
that
have
much.
bardic inspiration unless Stefan does something bardic. Right
Foodle
now.
has 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right, so I handed
Oh.
you.
Yeah,
he's
but
inspired.
don't use it on that though.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
no,
it shouldn't be like the thing
I
that
don't
happens
know.
right
I don't
then.
know how
Uh,
long he can hold on to them before he has to use them. I guess it's up to
So
Ghost to give it-
Goldrill, you see as Foodle is saying this to Mazra, I'm glad you're okay. You catch him kind of look around a little bit, and on the sly, sort of just pass her healing potion. Right. And we are at our traditional stopping time. And I know that Leader did ask for a hard cutoff. So is it a good time to stop? Does anybody?
I feel like if that's the end of
I'm
that
good
battle,
to continue.
yes.
I
but,
could go
yeah.
for a few more minutes, but we definitely shouldn't start another battle.
No. I
Much as I'd
agree.
like to, yeah.
And I feel like as soon as we exit this tunnel, we're gonna be in
Yeah.
another
Right.
battle
So if you
situation.
think this
So
is a good, if you
I
think
think
this is a good
probably.
stopping point,
I think
it
this is a
might
good
be.
stopping point. Yep.
I hate
because
to
it's
admit
gonna
it,
be
yeah.
a big confrontation next battle too. I agree.
Right.
I think we'll maybe next time too, because I think when we started this, we like kind of faffed around for like 35.
I tried
minutes.
for like
We've
20
always
minutes
passed
to let
around.
you guys to start the game.
I faffed around so much.
We always faff around.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
what we do, you guys. In case
Sorry.
nobody's noticed.
Comes with the territory. We did have a few announcements to make.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
we are good at faffing. That is for
Yep.
sure.
All right, Shiraz, we won't.
Shiraz, you can't cut the faff.
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness I bought more healing. What the hell were you guys all
That's
doing?
right, Sloth. I
Oh.
agree. It's not D&D if
Yeah,
you don't stick around
nobody-
for a while. I feel like every session of D&D I've ever had in my entire life, live or not, like online or not online, has been after
Oh,
sticking
yeah.
around. All right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how we do it.
And that's part of the joy of it, right? I mean, we're all like, I love all these people. I don't know if you guys know this, but like after every D&D session, we always like chill out together and
love
talk
you
about
too,
how it went.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you
Flumps,
guys.
you and I
Huh?
get new hair next week.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
So good.
so we just have fun. Like we all like each other, and it's just
Yep.
it's a great time.
Oh man, it's
So-
so fun.
We apologize, but also we don't. Sorry, not sorry.
And man,
No
this is a really good campaign too. Like, you guys
Mm-hmm.
are really into it, and I've done
This has been a lot of fun.
a lot of DMing, and by far this group is the most into it, and take the ball and run with it. A group that I've had in very long time, so I'm really enjoying it, and chat's the same thing.
I've
Yeah.
already
If you don't
got
dick
it
around or
named.
do
That's
your
the
early
name of it
campaign,
on
you ain't playing
my-
D&D. You're right. You're right,
That's
Bib.
right, Bib.
You're right.
I just tried to get us moving at the beginning because I knew that Leader didn't want to go super late.
Right.
The
But
secrets
yeah,
of
I
the
also
fan.
contributed to the faffing as well, so it's not like
Faffing
that's
is
like-
part of
that's part of it.
we were saying. Faffin is part of D&D. Sloth,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
are 1,000,000%.
And I will
right
I
on
will
that.
say that even if you don't factor in the fact that we're running a stream and so have like some announcements to make and some things to talk about at the beginning anyway,
Has to
that's
get wrong.
unavoidable. This is the least faffy roleplay group that I've ever been part of.
Right?
Oh well.
on the Sunfall
Like,
cycle,
if you
they
think-
always just faff around for half an hour before they start.
Oh, I
so-
know.
Absolutely.
Well, and
I mean,
if you
faffing
watch,
is the best.
and if you watch Roll20, like they contain their faff to like professional levels, but the frickin' sponsorship ads that they do.
Yeah, but
oh my
we're
goodness.
not roll
They
20.
go-
Whatever
Oh.
Oh, not roll
And
20.
we
Critical
don't
Role.
care
Critical
about
Role. Yeah.
that whole faffing.
Every now and
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
even on roll 20, every now and then they go off on a tangent as well.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah.
They
But if
do
you think,
it-
if you ever,
I
if you
love
were
the
ever,
sand fruiter. Honestly, Kiona wouldn't know that it was the sand that threw off her spell, so I have to say,
Right.
Phyllis-
Of course.
Philip, she just thinks the spell just went south because it does.
Well, the worst part, I mean, that's the problem. Like, neither of because Foodle doesn't know. He didn't have line of sight. So he just heard some lightning go off and shit.
Yeah,
like, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, he doesn't know what the hell she was doing.
That was
so.
really lucky.
the
lad.
sand, oh my goodness. Like,
It was
I can't,
lucky.
I
It
can't
was-
explain,
It
I can't
was.
explain to you the sand, but that is not what Leader intended.
That's fine.
I don't
Like,
know,
it is
when he
very
went-
will
much
probably
not
still
how
use
he
the
intended
sand
for it
to
to
such
work.
effect until she figures out that it's different than it is.
But I
Right.
looked at it and I was like, well, wait a minute. What if it's used as a spell component? Like, how would this act? Like, what would this do to the spell? And
Well, there you go.
well, Leader, in character, Foodle loves the sand. He thinks it's fine sand, and he
Beautiful.
loves it.
It
and
feels
he's just
wonderful
enjoying it.
running through
Yeah.
the fingers.
It's only,
right?
you know what? It's
Out of
only
character,
Kiona.
I'm incredibly intrigued. Anyway.
This is random, but I just.
But it
realized-
feels good to cast with a spell too, because it feels good running through the fingers. And if you pull it out of the
Yeah.
pouch and like
Except it
when you
ruins
do
the
a
magic.
sleep spell, it feels really good. She doesn't know that that's the reason why that spell failed so
Right.
epically.
I just realized that I'm finishing a book tomorrow.
Oh.
Megan, that's amazing.
First Domrin book. It's the book that I did the stream about a
That
couple months
Domrin
back.
book.
To do the outline.
Oh my god.
Right.
That's fucking insane.
Reading that book tomorrow. Yeah. So it'll be ready for my
That's
beta
so
readers, and then on Friday I'm gonna outline it too.
When
Is it Maids?
No, it's not. The
Come
main
on.
for a
Hold
long
on.
time.
Sloth,
Hold
I'm
Maids
with
should be
you.
the
That
next
should
I'm
be
with
one.
you,
working.
Sloth. I feel the
It's
same
down the
way.
timeline.
Poodle is my ADHD
Also-
emo boy inner child. I love it.
We had this conversation, Ghost and I had this conversation, but the whole Maid's plot is like a subplot of that. Like it's the working title that I use to remember it, but it's not like the main thing. It's a story about a demon war.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so apparently when I shut off the sound files on Streamlabs chatbot, it kills the text part of the command too.
Oh.
What?
I have a bell. Oh,
Yeah,
are you trying
now-
to
now it
Yes,
works.
old woman.
Sick.
Now it
Yes,
works.
old woman.
Oh.
It does have hot, sexy maids in it, but they're not the main
Stream-
plot draws.
Are you using Streamlabs or Stream?
Igloo.
Oh,
There are
yes.
no
Streamlabs chatbot is a
How
separate
do you
program.
use Streamlabs with OBS?
Anyway, I thought it
I
would
don't.
be cool.
we need to have a
because
discussion
I
about that.
streamed when I was doing my notes to outline that book, so now people know that that's about how long it takes me to edit a book.
Of course.
And then I won't be able to stream my outlining for book 2 because it would be too spoilery. But on
Hot
Friday,
sexy
that's-
maids is when Megan starts to think of Flutter when she writes. That's how she.
Yes, seriously.
Apparently, yeah.
Listen, whatever. You know it's true.
There's no tank. No, the tanks and maid outfits were something that chat wanted me to do for my blog.
What?
But there's no tanks in that setting. It's not modern.
No tanks in that setting.
Damn. Maybe there'll be like one demon in a maid outfit. You'll have to read the book to know for sure.
You guys really tried hard to get me to put a sentient mattress in there for the maids to sleep.
That's gonna be a stretch goal.
I
for
see,
the
Leader,
next,
thank you.
For the next
Here's the
charity.
thing though. Here's the thing though. So Megan tells me after that the maids thing
I just
is
said
like
it in the
I know
first
you
one.
did.
The
I know
main
you
thing
did.
is
but
ancillary.
it's supposed
Nobody
to, yeah,
cares that
but-
Dameron has a
but
bunch
here's
of
the-
fucking sex slaves.
But here's
It
a like she
doesn't
has
matter.
this whole
What now? Wait, Keck, wait.
yeah. Wait.
That's what I would.
Wait. But here's the thing though. She says no.
I did
No.
that for her.
No.
Look at how red my husband is right now.
No.
That right
But
there.
here's the thing.
that
Like so
is
she
what
says.
Flutter lives for,
So she
right
complains.
there.
So she complains that the maids thing is ancillary to the
Oh
main
my
plot, and then.
Exploding final head.
Oh.
Wait, what? This is Ghost Channel. What?
Just amazingly collapsed right then. Oh.
Somebody
Oh
redeemed it back
my
on the Colin
gosh.
channel.
Gabor, what the
Yes.
crap?
Finish your
Oh,
sentence.
yeah, Ghost. Sorry.
What was it, Ghost? Go ahead.
No, but she says that it's this ancillary thing, and she's like, well, this is what the story's really about.
About the
So I
demon
said,
warrior.
why did you call it maids on the timeline and then show it to stream? Like that's your mistake right there. Like, oh man, vinyl.
Calling it that was the real problem.
That's exactly it. Calling it that was the real problem. If he called it what it actually was, nobody would have cared.
Allow me to answer. I have a working title for all of the worlds, as you saw. Like, the working titles are what was on the thing.
Yeah.
And it's just a one word or a short phrase to remind me of what that story is about. And because that setting was originally based on that stupid fucking maid RPG, that's what I called it as the working title, because it's just how I remember what it is.
Incredible.
Also, they're not his maids. They are maids that work at his house that he sleeps with. That there is a distinction. He doesn't hire them. He doesn't hire them to sleep with him. That they sleep with him.
No,
because they
but
want to.
they fulfill the purpose that has.
He's
They
not
all want
paying them. He's not paying them to sleep with him. No.
to be sex maids.
He's not paying them to sleep with him. Also,
That's
the
just-
head maid.
That's just a
The
bonus.
head
Does anybody think I'm wrong on this?
The head
One
maid
could be the other, or the other.
Well, the head maid chooses maids that he thinks Domran will enjoy.
All right.
The winds of chaos, everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
sorry,
Thanks
guys.
for
Okay.
Answer the allegations that were said against me.
This is like a
So-
little preview for you guys of
I'm
what
sorry,
happened
I'm sorry,
after
that's my
D&D.
fault.
This
I
is what we do.
apologize.
We sit around in the
This is-
call
yeah.
after the
I feel
raid
like-
and we goof off for like 30 minutes to an hour.
That is like his
Oh my
fan
God.
fantasy
Oh.
dream.
I laugh,
Listen,
but I
guys.
helped make it, so I can't really
Oh
say.
God,
it.
I know. That's
Instrumental
what is
in
the best.
creation of it.
Are we raiding somebody? Let's raid someone.
Probably.
Pug never seen them before? That's amazing. I hope he enjoys them.
So
'cause-
next week, guys, tune in to see the color of hair that Flums and I will have.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna
Yes!
be on Flutter's channel for that one.
And I'll be back for
Courtesy
at
of
least one
Zerp.
more stream, since you're not done with me yet.
That's right.
we
We got
are
a female,
not
but
done
we
with
got guys.
you.
We actually have to like make some damn progress so that she can like get back to her
I don't know
work.
how best I can do, but I can do at least one more. So
I feel like
Thank
getting
you.
out of the cave will be a good battle for us.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
please spend the entire next session in that cave. I might lose my
We
mind.
will have trouble. Yes.
Well, Foodle, things are moving quickly for Foodle and Stefan, so we may end up. No, I'm kidding. we're gonna get out of the damn tunnel.
Fan fiction is already written. Food
There. You guys don't even know.
Besides Stefan's instruments
Uno
from
ma.
his bag.
Yes.
Instruments?
Yeah.
Is that what we're
More
calling them
tapping.
these days?
We love the faff. The faff
Gently
is our favorite
wraps
part.
an arm around his head and cradles it close.
We'll help him
Head,
learn the bagpipe. Winku, winku.
Stop!
You
Oh my
breathe
god!
Awful.
Oh my god!
Diaphragm.
All
The
right.
thing is, isn't Stefan like 6 feet tall?
He's a
and Foodle's,
man
like,
now.
4?
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, but like Domran is like 6'7" and Crescent is like 5'1".
Oh
It works.
shit! Foodle's 3
Oh,
foot
hotline
6.
is on. Sabagino is on.
We are.
God.
I'm looking. I'm looking
Yeah.
at.
Long list of stuff where we belong.
DVDs
Colby.
are up is on. I don't know if
Yep.
DVDs are up
All you
is.
need is
I
love.
gotta
So
be
I'm
honest.
looking at my list for who's around, and
Climb him like a
spooky
tree, Foodle.
Spooky Ashley is. My my
Brucey
god.
Ashley?
Brucey,
Brucey.
I love you. I don't know.
Brucey.
These are up. Dead by Daylight. 14.
I am
Like
the
a
DM. Daddy boy, know you.
Daddy
I am the
What a
one
name,
who
welcome.
is
Please do not
saddled
judge this stream by
with the
last 10 minutes of
responsibility of
conversation.
trying to herd
Those-
these cats.
Dude,
I'm trying to
we are
organize a
mess,
raid
Daddy
here.
Boy. I gotta say,
I'm so
don't
sorry,
judge
Ghost.
this by the last couple of minutes. Please come back next week when we're actually playing the game.
Yes,
we
Daddy,
do love
yes.
and
Of course
respect
we
your
do.
name.
Of course we do.
I do
Flutter
love and
especially.
respect your name.
Is it
Let's
okay
talk
if I call
about
you
that.
Daddy for short? Or
Please, Daddy Boy, come around again.
Wait,
So,
we already
Daddy
have
boy-
we already have a dad though.
that's true. Okay, maybe I should.
We
maybe
have
All
a
right.
dad, not a daddy. There's a difference.
Right,
Daddies are
right.
different. That's right.
Implications.
That's
So,
right.
Daddy boy,
Daddies
if
are
you
different.
are
We're
interested
gonna be on
in keeping up with the
organized.
streams,
Yes,
Poor Ghost.
Then-
Listen, he's
Thank you,
trying to
Ghost.
talk.
I'm trying to do something. Trying to do something relevant here. The rest of you, shut up. Daddy boy, know you. If you would like to follow along with these D&D streams, please throw a follow to these wonderful people here. We rotate around the different channels. We are going to raid Spooky Ashley, who is playing this game called Phogs, Phphogs, with Hotline Huervo, but Ashley's got fewer viewers, so I'm thinking we're gonna throw a raid that way. Does
Ash is
anybody,
amazing, too.
in an organized fashion, does anybody have any objections to that? Zerp, we're just about to end. You can wait another minute to go to the bathroom.
No objections.
Ash is amazing. No objection.
Sometimes you will love Spooky Ashley. She is. I hesitate to call anybody a wholesome streamer, but if somebody approaches being a wholesome streamer, it may be Spooky Ashley.
I mean,
The
he
last
called
time I
Billy
talked
a
somebody up as a
wholesome-
wholesome streamer, I raided into a whole series of dick pics and sex jokes. So I won't be making that mistake again.
That's the best thing ever. I love it. Who was
Wait,
that?
what?
Tell me who that was.
That was Billy
Was
Ridge.
Billy Ridge?
Billy
Oh,
Ridge.
I'm gonna
I had
write
a, I had
that
a whole
one
bunch of
so
new.
more.
I had a whole bunch of new.
They're playing
No, she's
Jaguar.
not a wholesome stream, but she's a lot of fun and she's very positive. But I had a whole bunch of new follows off of a Subnautica stream, and so we rated Billy Ridds, and I was like, he's such a wholesome streamer. He's such a good guy. You're gonna love it. We rated in just dick pics everywhere. It was
I
amazing.
personally am really
He's just
glad
like,
that Billy
"Do you
Riggs
want-
took
do you
up
want
the
anal or something
mantle
like that?"
right
And I was
then.
like-
I love it.
You can't
Alright.
come in during Jackbox.
Before the raid pops,
No.
here
If
is
you look,
your
Daddy Boy,
positive
our links are
message.
right there. Thank
Here's your
you
positive
on that
message for the
ninja
evening.
command.
To get something you've never had, you must do something you've never done. So try something new this week, and we will see
No
you
thanks.
on Tuesday. Give Ashley a lot of love. We love you. See you later.
Hair changes coming next week.
The raid has
That's definitely-
popped.
I
You
don't even know.
frickin'
Got cut off.
Yeah.
you
I don't know. I'm sure
are
it did.
such a
This is
bunch
fine.
of. Oh my goodness. I cannot
You're the
believe you.
worst.
I can't.
Of course you can believe it.
I can't
Listen,
believe
you've
it.
known
Oh
me
my God.
forever. You
I can't believe it. Oh my goodness.
Not know us by now? Like,
I was gonna say, have you not known me for like 30 years now? Like
I have so much new blurb fodder from this stream.
I know,
God.
I'm so sorry.
Travis has already said Ghost told me you were a wholesome streamer.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Lies.
Guys, this has been phenomenal.
This is so
Fanatical
much fun.
is what I was
Fanatical.
gonna say.
Really,
Fanatical.
in all
I love it.
honesty.
You guys are the best.
Since we're having some post D&D chat,
Once again, before we do that, leader, I know that you're short on rest. Do not feel
Yeah.
obligated to stick around
Yeah,
for this.
if you've got to check
Yeah.
out, check out, dude.
If you want to check out, we would love you to unmute and just say
Yeah,
goodnight and do whatever.
do
Otherwise, if
your
you want to
thing.
stick around, you're welcome to.
It
I have
was
been in your position. It sucks. Do
Leader,
the thing
it
you
was
need to do.
actually, It was that T Fury game. There were a bunch of dick drawings, so it was dick pics, not dick
Dick
jokes.
pics is great.
It was
What?
pictures of dicks.
Where's that?
Yeah, no.
Wait, it was
there's
just
a
actual
There was
pictures.
drawings.
of
Jack
dicks?
box.
Drawings of dicks.
It was
yeah.
they were very
That's how it is in Jay Chili's Jackbox
Leader
nights too.
said that
Yeah.
Ghost
Ah.
was saying dick pics and not dick jokes, but that's because it was actually drawings of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
So
Dick
anyway,
pics are dick jokes.
drawings of dicks. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, Squeaker.
so Wolf was saying that he's not entirely sure if he's playing his class correctly, so I figured if you guys have questions about your class, maybe now is a good time to talk about anything that you're confused about in your classes, because each class has different features. Sadly, the Ranger I don't know a lot about, so it's probably the one I...
Foodle, yeah. Collie's doing a good job with that.
Colin, you seem to have a pretty good handle on what you want to do.
I mean,
Yeah,
Wolf, your
watching
main
Critical Role
thing,
really helped.
Rogue is
Wolf,
mostly
is
sneak attack.
yeah. So Wolf, your main thing is using your mobility to put yourself in a position to use your sneak attack, and that's pretty
That's what
much
I've
it.
tried to do, and every time I try to
Yeah.
do that, I like end up dead. So
Well, there tends to be this weird situation that I think is frankly just a series of bad luck where
Bad luck.
you're like right in range of an enemy who gets to act before you do. And
Right.
it comes out of nowhere and just spanks you, which is
it doesn't help that I always roll low on initiative too. So
You might want to I don't know how long range your weapon is. You might want a longer range weapon because it is all about the sneak attack.
yeah,
One-
but I only get my range is I get a hand crossbow, and it's only 30. That's why my proficiency.
Well, hold
You
on.
can get proficiencies in other weapons because I know that Jesse has a rogue and he uses a longbow.
I don't.
But